Good evening everyone and welcome to Rebels Radio as we're here today at the Bob Lucas Stadium, home of Weymouth FC, as it's Evo 6 Southern Premier League clash between Slough away to Weymouth. It's third versus fifth here at the Bob Lucas Stadium, and it looks to be an entertaining game here. The sun hasn't set yet, so they've got the lights on here at the stadium, but still hasn't set here today, and it's looking at a good evening for a game of football here. The pitch is looking absolutely superb here at Weymouth. So this is Rebels Radio, and as usual, my name is Aid, and I will bring you all of the action here this evening from the stadium. It's going to be keep you up to date with some of the other games and goals around in the Southern Premier League this evening, and of course we'll give you all the action as it is. We'll run through the two teams for you in a second, and if you've never been to the Bob Lucas Stadium here, it's a stadium which is a proper old non-league ground. We're in this big main stand here on the goes along the kind of like from almost the 18-yard line to the 18-yard line here, and there's the dugouts are in front of us. On the far hand side, again from roughly the 18 yards to the 18 line, is some covered terracing. There is terracing all the way round this lovely stadium here. Behind the goals and almost literally from corner to corner is covered terracing as well. Like I say, it's terraced all the way round here, and it is a lovely non-league stadium, and I know a lot of Slough fans really look forward to coming here this evening. So this is Rebels Radio. I'd like to thank our two sponsors as always. That is My Football Club, the online football community. You can find them on the Pichero website. If you do Pichero and My FC, it will come up for you there. And also our other sponsors are the Slough Town Supporters Trust, and continued thanks to those. It's a good number of 30 on a smaller coach this evening coming to the Supporters Trust from there. And we've also had a good send-off today for Dave Carpenter, a volunteer and person who helped out very really lot with the disability team. It was his funeral today, and he's had a good send-off with a wake at Arbour Park. So if you do want to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio, you can do so in two ways. You can do it on the chat, which is the comments page on the YouTube that you're listening to. You do have to be a subscriber, and you just it's free to subscribe to YouTube, and you just go on and there'll be comments on there, and you can join that. Or if you want to do so, you can do so on Twitter, and it's at MyFC Rebels Radio. That's all one word, all in lowercase, and we'll give you a shout out this evening. So just going to run through a couple of up and coming games for you for the Rebels. On Good Friday, Slough will be away to Dunstable. This is game 5 of 6 away. Dunstable will be 6 of 6. That is a Good Friday kickoff, and it's at 3 o'clock. Depending on the weather, it depends on whether we can actually broadcast there. There is power issues at Dunstable, and you have to be outside, and if it's raining, we might have to be inside and try and sort out some power issues, but we'll come up with more details of that. But that next game is Good Friday, 3 o'clock kickoff. Then after that, Slough will be at home. Yes, Arbour Park, you must remember it. Big stadium, yellow seats. Arbour Park is the venue for Easter Monday. It's Cheshire United are the visitors on Easter Monday. That again is a 3 o'clock kickoff. And so please come down to Arbour Park, just in case you've forgotten what it looks like. Just come down and visit it, even if you're not interested for the football. And then after that, on the Wednesday, which is the 4th of April, Slough will be away to Frome Town. That's a 7:45 kickoff. Please be aware, I believe that there will be a supporters coach running to that. As of yet, we haven't got the details for that one. The details will be on there for Dunstable, though, if you do want to go with the supporters trust there. Other games for you in the Southern Premier League this evening. It's Kettering versus Dorchester, Kings Lynn versus Basingstoke, St Ives versus Royston, Stratford versus Hitchin, Tiverton versus Frome. So we're here at the Bob Lucas Stadium. I will run through the two sides for you in a very short second. And good evening to Neil Humphrey. I wonder if Neil is away in... I can't remember where you were last time. You was in a different country. You must be still on holiday again, as always. And good evening to Stuart Brooking away. So they've all contacted us on the YouTube comments page, and I'll run through the two sides for you. I can tell you there will be a couple of bits for the Slough Town team news, but for our hosts this evening, who play in claret and light blue shirts with light blue shorts and light blue socks, in goal for them is Will Dennis. 2 is Ashley Wells. 3, Callum Buckley. 4 is Stefan Zubar. 5 is Tiago Caze da Silva, who I think we're just going to call Da Silva for the rest of the game. We've got 6, Josh Carmichael. 7 is the captain, Jake McCarthy. 8 is Abdullah Baggy. 9, Ben Thompson. 10 is the league's leading goalscorer in Brandon Goodship. And there isn't 11, it's 17 here, Calvin Brooks. Substitutes for Weymouth this evening are 12, Charlie Davis. 13 is Gareth Stewart. 14, Harry Baker. 15 is Tiago Sarr, and 16 is Josh Wakefield. For the Rebels, playing his 50th game for Slough Town, is Jack Turner. 2, Sean Fraser, getting ever closer to that all-time 20 appearances for the Rebels. He's number 2. 3 is George Wells. 4 is Matt Day. 5 is Guy Hollis. 6, and making his 100th appearance for the Rebels this evening, is the captain, Lee Togwell. 7 is James Dobson. 8, Simon Dunn. 9 is Perry Coles. 10, Scott Davies. And 11 is Warren Harris. Your substitutes for the Rebels this evening are 12, Josh Jackman. 14, Nathan Smart. 15, Mark Nisbet. And 16 is Matt Lynch. The referee for tonight's game is James Robinson from Southampton. 2 assistants are Linda Lindskog from Shaftesbury and Jonathan Pike from Wimborne. So those are your two sides. I'll run through those starting 11s with you very shortly. And so Neil Humphrey's back home. No, I need it, but you want to take a photo? Just bear with us a second, everyone. Okay, excellent. There you go, just helping out a fan there who hasn't got a team sheet. So there you go. So we have got a bit of noise being made here by the Weymouth fans to our left-hand side. Good evening to Rebel who's listening as well. And a good amount of noise being made by those Weymouth fans here to our left. And there's a good contingent of Slough fans who have made the journey down this evening. And it's going to be a cracking atmosphere here. Both sides, as they just enter the pitch, have scored 8 goals in their last 2 games. Slough with those 2 4-1 away victories, and Weymouth have won 2-0 here against Dunstable, and then 6-0 away to Chesham. Slough are in their kit, or home kit, of amber shirts with navy blue shorts and navy blue socks. And Jack Turner is in all red with his white sleeves. He's got short sleeves on today. As the players just make their way through as they clap hands and shake hands with everyone. We are a couple of minutes away from kickoff, so I'll run through those starting 11s for you. For Weymouth, in goal is Will Dennis. 2 is Ashley Wells. 3, Callum Buckley. 4, Stefan Zubar. 5 is Tiago Caze da Silva. 6 is Josh Carmichael. 7 is the captain, Jake McCarthy. 8 is Abdullah Baggy. 9, Ben Thompson. 10, Brandon Goodship. And 17 is Calvin Brooks. For the Rebels, in goal is Jack Turner. 2, Sean Fraser. 3, George Wells. 4, Matt Day. 5 is Guy Hollis. 6, the captain, Lee Togwell. 7, James Dobson. 8, Simon Dunn. 9, Perry Coles. 10, Scott Davies. And 11 is Warren Harris. This team's met earlier on in the season. Slough won 3-0 at home with George Wells, James Dobson and Josh Jackman being the goal scorers there. And they did actually win on their last visit here last season, where Slough won in an early season game here when they scored through Warren Harris and won 1-0. So it has actually been 4 games since Weymouth last scored against the Rebels, so I've mostly just jinxed that, but never mind. That's what commentators do. The 2 captains are just going through the little chat here with the referee, and it's just waiting for them. The Weymouth fans to our left are making a fantastic noise down to that near hand side. And good evening to Richard Weisler and Will Tuck, who are listening in And we are just waiting for the linesmen and assistants to get into position for this game this evening. Dean Beckett's listening as well, and it's a bit dark in here in the press box here. We've got a light. It looks as though Slough will be shooting from left to right. No, right to left, sorry. Right to left, and Slough have the kick-off. Perry Cole standing over this kick-off for the Rebels. As we wait for the referee, Mr. Robinson, to get tonight's game underway here at the Bob Lucas Stadium. Slough with the kick-off. And here we go. It's Slough here immediately with the ball to Davies. And he launches the ball straight down, and it's gone straight out of play for a throw to Weymouth right by their corner flag. It's going to be taken by Zubar. Actually, no, Zubar's going to leave it now here for Buckley, left back. I'm right. I haven't got my rights and lefts tonight, have I? Left, right. The right back, Ashley Wells. I can't get my rights and left, right. It's Wells with this throw in, looking for Brooks. It's over his head, flicked on here by Thompson. Only as far as Wells, who puts the ball high into the air. Two Weymouth players collide. Ball comes here to Warren Harris, 25 yards out away from goal. Just runs into the left back Buckley, and it's played here inside, and Slough win the back here with Togwell in with Davies. Davies can turn to find Warren Harris. Harris just pokes the ball out to Sean Fraser just inside the Weymouth half, and Scott Davis just managed to keep the ball in, but it's gone all the way back here to Jack Turner in the Slough goal on the edge of his box. He launches that ball long down the field. Looks like Slough playing with three up front when they've got the ball forwards. Here with Togwell, finds a little pass in towards Fraser. Fraser kind of in ball towards Coles. Coles chipping the ball over, looking for the run of Dobson. Zubar heads the ball away. It comes out to Buckley on the far hand side, who flicks the ball away, but it's one back here by Togwell. Chests the ball down and has the ball here. Slough need a few bodies in the box here. It's going to be crossed in by Warren Harris. It hits Buckley and it's out of play for a throw to Slough, right by the about 4 or 5 yards away from the corner flag. And it's the first call of the evening for Guy Hollis to... Actually, it's going to be Scott Davis who goes across to take this long throw. I'd forgotten about Scott Davies having a long throw. It means that Hollis and Matt Day have gone forwards for this throw here. And it's Davies to launch this long throw into the box. The Slough fans have made their way. They make it short in here towards Togwell. Togwell back out here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn's been put under pressure here and needs a bit of help. Help comes from George Wells. Slough have gone all the way back to the halfway line. Wells chipping the ball forwards and finds Warren Harris. Thinks a little header in. It's headed clear, but it will come out here. And it's one back by Togwell, but it's hit him in the face and bounces away only as far as George Wells, just on the halfway line. Chipping the ball forward again, looking for Warren Harris, who's playing on the left-hand side. The header there by Wells comes off him. It's a throw to the Rebels, and this time they're going to leave it for Guy Hollis to come across to take this one. And this time I do expect a longer throw into the box. And it's going to be Guy Hollis. He's just playing it. It's Scott Davies makes a run for him, but it's picked up, and it's still Hollis with this throw. Takes her down the line here looking for Dobson. Dobson holds the ball up. Just got two players on him here in Wells and Brooks. Chips the ball in towards the near post. It's hooked clear, and it's out for the first corner of the game, and it goes to the Rebels. And it's going to be James Dobson who goes across to take this, and now it's the Slough fans in good voice behind that goal. And the Weymouth fans respond, but it's an outswinging corner here for the Rebels. James Dobson standing over it. Day and Hollis have gone forwards for it. Slough just organising a different setup. Warren Harris gone to the near post for this corner. Makes a run all the way to the back post. Played into the box. Comes all the way through. It's hooked clear in the end by Weymouth. Looking for Abdullahi Baggy. Here's the little touch played in. And it's played on here for Baggy to run down the right hand side. Togwell's there to try and cover the ball. It's been played in, but that's too close to Jack Turner. And that's a waste of a ball by Weymouth. But Turner will be happy to see that ball in his hands. There's a drummer here to Weymouth as well, and Turner just drops the ball down just outside of his area, plays it out here looking for Dobson, but it's got too much on it and goes straight out of play for a throw to Weymouth. Good start here for the Rebels so far, and it's going to be Wells to take this throw here, and it's found Carmichael back in to him from Wells. Coles tries to chase it down. Dunn playing forward, chases Zubar. He goes all the way back to the goalkeeper Dennis, and his ball plays out, finds Buckley the left back, and he's immediately closed down by Warren Harris in here towards Carmichael. Carmichael chased down in towards Brandon Goodship. Poor touch by him. One back here by Hollis. By Togwell. Finds Dobson. Dobson crosses in the first time looking for Coles. It comes off the head of De Silva, And it did look like Coles gave him a little push in the back, but it's gone out for another corner to the Rebels. And this time it's going to be an in-swinging corner from James Dobson, who runs across to take this one. So now with these early pressure here, 4 minutes gone, still 0-0, but the second corner of the day goes to the Rebels. Just as the starts to get a little bit darker here. It's floodlights on full here, making the stadium look absolutely fantastic. Neil Baker just shouting some comments there, just some directions for the players. The ball will be played in too close to the goalkeeper. It's gone all the way. Oh, it's gone all the way across, and the referee says that there's a foul on the goalkeeper. It's a free kick to Weymouth. It's 0-0 here, and it's been a good start for the Rebels here with the first 5 minutes of the game gone. Alan Brown's been on to Twitter and saying that he's having to listen from work. Dorchester have taken the lead at Kettering, is the first upset of the evening so far. Steve Thompson, ex-Slough hero, has got his team one up way to Kettering. Good news for both of these sides here. Dennis with the ball out. It's a poor kick out by him. He's tried to play it out short, and he's played it straight out of play for a throw to Slough, but Slough have lost possession on the throw. The ball's been played in here towards Goodship. Goodship turns, but one back again by Togwell, having a great couple of minutes here. Ball played from Dobson, looking for Wells. Wells is immediately put under pressure by Brooks and goes back to his goalkeeper, Turner. Turner just has it on the D of his penalty area. Chased down by Thompson, but plays the ball forward, looking for Dobson. Dobson does really well. He flicks his header on. It goes a little bit behind Coles, and Zubar's first to the ball. It's cleared there by Carmichael, but Wells is first for Slough. His header's flicked on by Dobson, but only as far as McCarthy, but again poor touch by him, and it's come to Wells. Wells just dispossessed of the ball there by Brooks, and it allows Thompson to run at the goal, but there's a foul on. It's played on. It's a chance for Calvin Brooks. I thought that was a free kick to Slough, and I can't believe that it was Ben Thompson fell. It was accidental. He slipped and fell on top of Guy Hollis. The referee said play on. The ball came through to Brooks, the number 17, and he burst into, and from around about 10 yards out, at a tight angle, he just blasted that ball over the top of the bar. And I think Lee Togwell's just gone over to the referee just to ask how that wasn't a free kick. But as it is, the first chance of the game goes to Weymouth, but it's still 0-0 here, as I think Jack Turner's just having a bit of a laugh with the Weymouth fans behind his goal. And Jack Turner to take this goal kick. Long kick here into this night sky. Underneath it is Carmichael. Ball comes here through to Goodship. Oh, Goodship does really well. Turn, shoots. It's shot straight at the goalkeeper. Double save by Turner. Great goalkeeping by Jack Turner. It's cleared by Slough. Only as far as Carmichael. He does well. Chips past his man. His ball in is too close to the goalkeeper. The first save by Jack Turner was from Goodship on the edge of the box. It's Turner's actually gone down injured here at the moment. It was a great shot by Brandon Goodship, the league's leading goal scorer, who hit it from the edge of the 18-yard box. He forced a good save by Turner, but he spilt the ball and it fell into the path of Thompson, but Thompson's block was blocked by Jack Turner, and he's having a good... Because you know, like Jack Turner and Lee Togwell playing their 50th and 100th games have realised that, and they're having blinders here tonight. As it is, it's going to be a goal kick here to the Rebels, and Turner has the ball, just plays it long here, looking over the top for the run of Dobson. It's Zubo who comes across and clears high into the evening. Underneath it is Togwell, wins the ball. It comes out no ball to Wells. Wells chips the ball over the top. Hollis is there first for Slough. Ball bouncing around. Togwell with a little deft header. Flicking by Davies finds Warren Harris. Harris immediately closed down by three players, but plays the ball here to Matt Day. And Day just makes a side step, plays the ball to the right, and then plays it right off the field. So there you go. So an interesting few 8.5 minutes here at the Bob Lucas Stadium. Good evening to Colin Davies and Peter Jewell, who are listening as well. We'll try and keep you up to date with the scores from the other games, but the ball here with Goodship. Does well to chip the ball out here towards Brooks. Brooks on the right midfield, runs straight into Wells. It comes off Wells last. It will be a throw to Weymouth, around about 20 yards away from the goal. We'll try and keep up to date with those scores from other games, but we're going to concentrate on here first. And Hitchin have gone 1-0 up away to Stratford. The throw's going to come in from Ashley Wells. He's almost level with the 18-yard box. His throw short in. Wells is first there. It's come through to Hollis and then finds Dunn. Dunn plays a lovely ball here, releasing Scott Davies. Davies trying to chip the ball over the top here for Coles to chase. But again, it's got too much on it. It goes straight out of play for a throw to Weymouth. We've got Tiverton are 1 up as well. So it looks like this is the only game without any goals in at the moment. And the ball's played in here. It comes through on the throw towards Fraser. Fraser in towards Togwell. Togwell's just played, as I just bigged him up there, he's just put the ball in between two Slough players and out for a throw to Weymouth, halfway inside their own half. And it's taken quickly by Buckley in towards Carmichael. Again, lovely ball out here to Brooks. Brooks finding a lot of space down this right-hand side. Goes past Wells easily. Little push in the back by Dobson, and then Dobson wins the tackle. And the referee has given a throw to Weymouth. It was a little push there by Dobson, but it's a throw here that Wales will take around about 20 yards away from the Slough goal. He goes deep here towards Carmichael. Carmichael smashes that ball across the field. Oh, it's left by Slough. Abdullahi Baggy just can't get there, and a mistake there by Fraser and Turner, but Turner got there in the end, and he throws the ball out quickly here for Warren Harris to bring this ball out here, and he plays the ball in. Oh, it's a poor ball in by Warren Harris. It's one back here by Goodship, but Togwell's there with the challenge. It comes here towards Davies. Davies running with the ball. Plays it in here now for Coles. They need someone inside the penalty area, but Coles can't keep it in anyway. It just runs. There's a little slope there, and it goes out of play for a goal kick. So Weymouth getting a lot of joy down this right-hand side. Dobson will have to try and help defend a little bit more down this left-hand side. They're putting Brooks. It's almost like they play a free and have Thompson up front almost on his own. They do spread the play here, do Weymouth. It's Dennis with the ball forwards, headed away by Wells, comes off his head and goes out of play for a throw to Weymouth. It's just a few yards inside the Weymouth half. And it's Wells to take this throw for Weymouth. He's just going to decide to go further down the field. Aimed towards Thompson, headed away by Slough. Comes through to Togwell. Togwell's ball in the centre to finds Day. Day, good pass into Warren Harris. Flicks it straight away to Sean Fraser. Fraser 10 yards inside his own half. Brings the ball forwards for the Rebels here. He's got Scott Davies standing near him if he wants him. Finds Togwell. Togwell's ball back in towards Fraser. Davies sold a bit short there by Fraser, but it comes off a Weymouth player last. It's a throw here which Davies takes quickly, and the referee says it's in the wrong place, and he'll pull that back a few yards. And it's Fraser then that will take this throw. Quick throw into Togwell back here towards Fraser. Fraser immediately under pressure, goes back to the goalkeeper Turner, and Turner 10 yards outside. Oh, he just gets the bobble there. It's come through and it has gone out of play for a throw to Weymouth on the far hand side, halfway inside the Slough half. Buckley will be the player that comes across to take this. And the Weymouth fans making a lot of noise now to the goal that Slough are defending. Ball played in here towards Goodship, out here towards Carmichael. Looking again for Brooks. It's headed away well by George Wells, but Brooks is the first one there, and he plays it into the box for Thompson. Thompson going to try and turn, and it's deflected off Hollis for Weymouth's first corner of the game here. And Slough started those first 5 minutes brightly, but since then it has been Weymouth, and now it's their first corner of the game, and it will be McCarthy who goes across to take this. And it will be, I guess it's an in-swinging corner for Slough to defend. The two centre-backs, De Silva and Zubar, come forwards for this. And it is an in-swinging corner here for Slough to defend. It goes near post, headed away there by George Wells. It comes out though to Goodship, and he finds Abdullahi Baggy. Baggy takes a touch trying to run at the Slough defence. Plays the ball in. It's smashed to clear by Matt Day, but Slough with only one up front. The ball's come back here to Carmichael. He hits the ball straight at Warren Harris, and Slough have the ball here with Davies on the far hand side. Oh, he's looking for Coles, but he didn't look to see where Coles was. It's a poor ball, and the three players at the back for Weymouth easily clear that up, and it's played out here by the goalkeeper Dennis towards Wells. Back in towards Dennis as Dobson chases. Oh, Wells just gets Dennis just gets the ball played forwards, and it's smashed first time forwards by Buckley. In from Davis towards Togwell. Togwell just overruns it, and De Silva clears for Slough. Headed away though by Fraser. Davis gets in there again looking for the ball. It's kept in well by Baggy, and then hits Warren Harris and goes out of play for a throw. Quickly taken here to find Goodship. Goodship's ball bit behind Carmichael, but finds Buckley, and Buckley gives it back to Carmichael. Carmichael orchestrating the play in towards McCarthy. McCarthy, it just skips past the challenge of Dunn. In here, and Warren Harris chases Goodship down. Goodship drops deep to get the ball. He's the leading goal scorer in the league, but he's actually playing as almost like a centre midfielder. Weymouth trying to pass the ball around. Scott Davies gets in to win the ball, but can't keep it in play. And it goes out of play for a throw to Weymouth. 10 yards inside their own half. And it's Buckley who takes this throw. Brooks is in acres of space on this right hand side, and Slough do need to be a bit aware of it. Also on the far hand side with Carmichael. His ball forwards taken by Abdullah Baggy, and Matt Day just runs into him, knocks him over. It's a free kick to Weymouth. Baggy wants to take it quickly and finds Goodship. The referee says the ball was moving, and he pulls that free kick back. It's a free kick for Weymouth, around about 10 yards inside the Slough half. And again, it's going to be McCarthy, the player that comes to take this for Weymouth. And played on the far hand side, looking for Brooks. Again, defended well by George Wells, and Wells has won a free kick for a foul by Brooks. It's a bit awkward that we've got an Ashley Wells for Weymouth and a George Wells for Slough, so try to keep up with me. It's going to be difficult. It's a free kick here to Slough. So a couple of yards outside there. Penalty box, so Jack Turner will go to take it to the side of the box rather than in front. And lovely clear sky here down on the south coast, only punctuated by the bright lights of this wonderful football stadium. Long kick here by Turner, looking for Dobson. Dobson does well to flick the ball on and finds Coles. Coles with a little inside ball to Warren Harris. Harris immediately surrounded by a couple of players, tries to keep the ball. It's hooked clear in the end by Silver, and the ball played in and finds Goodship. Played across towards he's still got the ball as Goodship. Oh, he's given the ball away to Davies. Davies turns and plays it straight back into the feet of Goodship, who finds Buckley on the left hand side. He finds Baggy. Baggy's ball forwards, easily cut out by Day. Day smashes the ball forwards, and it goes all the way through to Dennis in the Weymouth goal, and he rolls the ball out here for Zubar. Zubar just plays the ball forward, looking for Brooks. One back by Wells. The ball tries to find Dobson. Dobson just allows Zubar to come across, but again it only finds Wells and into Togwell. Togwell's little ball finds Simon Dunn. Dunn in towards Togwell. Little bit of good play here. Interchange passing, and Togwell still got the ball. Gives the ball here to Matt Day. Day back across to Guy Hollis. Guy Hollis will just inch it along here towards Wells. Wells looks down the field, plays the ball down. Coles runs in. He wins a free kick for a late challenge by Thompson, and it will be a free kick to the Rebels just inside their own half. And it's taken quickly by Slough onto the far hand side, where it's Matt Day in towards Sean Fraser. Fraser plays his ball in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn spreads it out here towards George Wells on the halfway line. Wells just turns into trouble and gives the ball here to Hollis. Hollis plays it across to Day. Day under pressure from Thompson. Plays it long here, looking for Warren Harris on the far hand side. Harris does win the header, but he can't keep it in. It's gone out of play for a throw to Weymouth. I'm going to give you the latest scores from the other games in the Southern Premier League as we wait for Buckley to take this throw on that far hand side. And the throw headed away by Slough, comes in towards Togwell. Togwell in towards Davis. Davis now finds Simon Dunn. Dunn across to George Wells. And it's played forward here by Wells, looking for Warren Harris. Comes in, kept in by Sean Fraser. Back here with Warren Harris, and then finds Scott Davies. Davies plays it in towards Dunn. Dunn does well to turn. Takes a shot from distance. It's a good shot. It's just over the top of the bar. And first effort that Slough have had on shot. It's scores in this. It's Kettering 0, Dorchester 1, Kingsley 0, Basingstoke 0, St Ives 0, Royston 0, Stratford 0, Hitchin 1, Tiverton 1, Frome 0, and Slough 0, Weymouth 0. Those are your scores so far in the Southern Premier League this evening. As the ball's played out here, looking for Brooks, but it's come here towards Wells, in towards Dobson. Plays a little 1-2 with Togwell, and then Ashley Wells closes him down. It's gone out of play off Ashley Wells for a throw to Slough. Quickly taken by Dobson towards George Wells. George Wells plays a little ball, expecting it back, but Dobson crosses into the box. Warren Harris can't get it. It's headed away and comes out towards Baggy on the far hand side. Fraser's quite deep forward for Slough, and Baggy's just being forced towards his own goal. Plays it in. It's Thiago Silva with the clearance. Only as far as Scott Davies for the Rebels, and he turns and finds Matt Day. Matt Day on the halfway line, inside towards Hollis. Hollis spreads it here towards George Wells. Wells immediately under pressure from Goodship, who's working a lot of this pitch here, but it's here with Jack Turner, who plays it on, looking for the run of Warren Harris. Headed away by Buckley, and it'll come out here towards Matt Day. Matt Day on the halfway line finds Sean Fraser in towards Scott Davis. Now keeping the ball fairly well, being chased down by Weymouth, moving the ball across the field here with Hollis towards Wells, and Dobson's made a great run there, but it's cut out, but comes through to Dunn. Dunn can't play it in. It's surely that's come off a Weymouth player, referee. It's obviously not. It's a throw to Weymouth, and it's going to be Ashley Wells who will take it once he's done his boots up. So we have played. It's a bit dark in this commentary box. We're coming up to 19.5 minutes played. 0-0 is the score. Weymouth with the best two chances. A great double save by Jack Turner, keeping the score at 0-0. As we wait for Ashley Wells to take this throw for Weymouth and finds Carmichael. Carmichael trying to orchestrate his slips. Ball comes through to Coles. Coles in towards Scott Davies. Davies got Warren Harris 30 yards away from goal. He needs. I was wondering if Slough might want to have a shot there. Ball's here with Sean Fraser. Fraser's given the ball away to Goodship. Goodship smashes the ball forwards for Thompson to chase. Hollis is there for the Rebels, and it's Thompson who still tries to get the ball. Beats two Slough players to it. Turns on the edge of the box. Got Brooks helping him out and finds Brooks. Brooks will slow it down here for Carmichael. In blue 1-2 with Brandon Goodship. Tries to play it out here towards Brooks. Brooks with a chance to cross the ball. Togwell's the man facing him. He goes past him, gets into the box, finds Goodship on the 18-yard box. He's going to play a little dink ball in, hits a Slough player, and it's come here to Togwell to find Dobson. And Dobson plays it down, but Coles is on his own, and it's headed straight back by Zubar in towards De Silva. De Silva's header finds Carmichael, turns, plays the ball forwards, but Goodship was in an offside position, and George Wells it is, goes back towards Turner in the Slough goal, and Turner clears long, but it'll be a header for De Silva. His header finds Thompson, just overruns the ball. Day just puts his body in there and shields the ball off him and allows Hollis to play the ball in towards Davies. But Davies has immediately closed down, and Slough under pressure deep inside their own half, but find the ball here towards Turner. Turner just chips that ball long down the field. Poor old Perry Coles on his own up front. Wins the header and finds Warren Harris. Back out here towards Coles. Coles on the right hand side. Just needs a little bit of help. Scott Davies is there, but immediately he's closed down, but turns away from danger. In towards Sean Fraser, finds Togwell. Togwell has plenty of... They're allowing Togwell to have the ball. Back out here towards Davies on the right-hand side. His ball is a little loose, but still finds Sean Fraser. Fraser to Togwell, just plays it behind Fraser. Fraser has to chip the ball forwards. De Silva comes across with a header, only as far as Davies. Davies a little touch in now for Coles. There's no one in the box though for Slough if he can get it in. Digs a pass out here towards Dunn. Dunn shoots again from distance. It's a good low shot, and it forces a good save from Dennis in the Weymouth goal. First shot that Slough have had on target. And Zubar just rolls the ball out here to and Zubar's ball played down the field. Taken down on the chest by George Wells. He got to place an intelligent ball in here towards Togwell. Togwell's got Davies. Davies just flicks the ball as Baggy comes in on him and finds Sean Fraser. Then gets the ball back here just on the halfway line. Plays the ball in, looking for Dobson, but it's cut out well by Carmichael and McCarthy, and comes here towards Wells. Wells with the ball forwards, finds Brooks. Brooks tries to let the ball run past and go past Wells, but it's gone out of play for a throw as we come up to the halfway point of this first half. Still 0-0, and the game is switching between one team having a good spell of possession and then the other team having the chances, and it's a throw here for Slough with George Wells. Easily cut out this time by Ashley Wells. He chips the ball forward looking for the run of Thompson. Thompson in a foot race with Hollis. Hollis plays it up into the night sky, then wins his header. It comes through to Thompson. Thompson's got a chance to shoot. It's a good save again by Jack Turner. And again, Togwell goes over asking why there wasn't a foul on Hollis. But the referee had played on, and Thompson had his shot easily saved by Jack Turner. And again, the goalkeeper's come into the fray here. And Turner just takes this ball down. Warren Harris has just gone into a more central position. Ball played in by Carmichael, but his ball over the top goes straight out of play, and it's out for a throw to the Rebels. And it's all going on here. And it's still 0-0 though, and the ball's run all the way down to the corner flag. And it's George Wells is going to run back to take this throw. He's going to take it from about halfway inside the Slough half. Stratford have ball played in here. There's a few shouts from the Slough fans. Ball played in towards Buckley here, being chased here by Davies up towards Baggy. Baggy's first touch in finds McCarthy. He just oversteps the ball but manages to get back to the ball and finds De Silva. Back out here towards Buckley. Slough chasing down with Perry Coles. He does really well on the far hand side. Just can't keep the ball in play. Latest scores: Kettering 0, Dorchester 1, Kings Lynn 0, Basingstoke 0, St Ives 0, Royston 0. Stratford have got an equaliser. Stratford 1, Hitchin 1, Tiverton 1, Frome 0. Those are your latest scores in the Southern Premier League this evening. And a lot of you on the good evening to you, Bradley Coleman, David Pengelly, all on the chat on the YouTube there. Good evening to you all. Hope you're enjoying the commentary. Ball played in. It's headed inwards, and it comes here towards Carmichael. It's the one back by Slough. Finds Togwell. Togwell under pressure in towards George Wells. Wells on the centre circle. Plays the ball in, but it's hooked clear by Buckley. Back out here towards Baggy. Baggy with a chance to run at the Slough defence. Plays it across here towards Brooks, but he's just got too much on that one. And it runs out of play for a throw to Slough. Just going to take a sip of water, just bear with us a second. Throw from Slough is cleared by Ashley Wells, but it's a defensive header by Sean Fraser to Jack Turner. And it's Turner just rolls the ball out here with force in towards George Wells. Wells just plays the ball over. Coles as well to slip his marker. Ball comes in towards Warren Harris. In towards Coles. Simon Dunn's got it. Crunching tackle on the edge of the box by Ashley Wells. Dunn is down injured here, and the referee will stop that one. It's not a head injury, much to the annoyance of the Weymouth fans, who you could mostly hear in front of us. But it's Simon Dunn who's injured on the edge of the area. It was a forceful challenge. It was a good fair challenge by Ashley Wells, the right back. He came from the side, and Slough sent a few players just to warm up here, and it just allows Slough to have a couple of little chats amongst some little groups of players as Simon Dunn gets some treatment. And while that stoppage in play is going on, let's see if we can find you some latest bits and bobs going on. And just to remind you, the next game for the Rebels will be on Good Friday, where it is away to Dunstable. And like I did say before, in case you missed it, we're not sure if there will be a commentary from Dunstable, because we're not sure if what the power and weather situations will be like. If it's raining, we might get electrocuted, so we might not broadcast. But we'll see how that goes and keep you informed. It's still got the injury here. Hitchin have just taken another goal in, so Hitchin have now gone 2-1 in front. And Simon Dunn still getting treatment here. You're not missing anything at the moment in the game, so don't panic. It looks like we may need a substitution here. No, Dunn's coming off. He seems to be okay. And just Dobson was signalling to the bench about something or other, but Simon Dunn just walking off here with Alex Moore, the physio. And I think it's just going to continue a little bit of treatment here. And the referee will ask Perry Coles to give the ball back to the Weymouth goalkeeper, which he does. So Slough temporarily down to 10 men here at the moment. And Dunn just going through a few bits with Moore, but it looks like Dunn will be fine to come back on. Ball played in, looking for Brooks. Headed away well by George Wells. Played forward by Carmichael, looking for Thompson to chase. Hollis has to head the ball out, and he heads it out for a corner to Weymouth. Chased down by Ben Thompson. And Simon Dunn is back on the field. It's now back to 11 players. And it'll be McCarthy who goes across. I think that the Weymouth fans have just spotted Matt Day just by what they're chanting. I'm not going to repeat what they're saying, but I guess it's aimed at him. It's going to be McCarthy with this out-swinging corner for Slough to defend. And the ball played in short. It's been left there. Goes to the top by Goodship from around about the 12-yard box, but penalty spot. But it's over the top of the bar and out of play for a goal kick. Still 0-0 here. We've played 28 and a half minutes at the Bob Lucas Stadium. Weymouth having arguably the better of the chances, with Jack Turner being forced into 3 good saves, but now have worked the goalkeeper well with Simon Dunn. And the Weymouth fans I don't know who they're talking about, but that can't be repeated either. Jack Turner takes this goal kick for the Rebels. Looking for Warren Harris. It's headed away though by Carmichael, only as far as Wells. Takes it down on his fine and plays the ball high into this night air. Warren Harris trying to get to the ball. Comes off Ashley Wells. It'll go out for a throw. What is it? What's he just giving the throw to Weymouth? Oh, dearie me. It's like the referee from Saturday's back. It's a throw to Weymouth. Ashley Wells will take it for the Terrors as their nickname. Ball played in. It's come off the head and flicked on by Thompson and Brooks, and only finds Hollis. Hollis puts it to Turner. Turner puts it into the night sky. Fraser can't get to the ball. It's ball here with Goodship. Tries to get it in onto his right foot. Spreads the ball out here towards Brooks. Brooks just plays a little 1-2 with Thompson. Gets the ball back down this right hand side. Wells has gone with him. And he's right by the byline, chips the ball across, but it's a poor cross, and it's easily cut out by Jack Turner at the near post. But Slough just good pitch here at Weymouth. They can't blame the pitch, but their passes aren't as crisp as they should be, especially in that coming across their defence. Kick here by Turner, finds Dobson just inside the Weymouth half, chips it forwards to Warren Harris. Harris looks like he's been told to play more central. Ball by Dobson, hits Weymouth players. Play down the line here for Thompson to chase with Hollis. Hollis comes across with the tackle, and it's an injury to Simon Dunn, and I don't think that Simon Dunn is going to be able to. He needs some more treatment. He's just gone down there. Wasn't a challenge on him, so I would expect maybe a substitution for the Rebels. I'd be surprised if he comes on. He's been treated again. Same injury. It's a knock on the knee by the look of it that's caused him the trouble. And it's Slough will have a throw to defend when the game restarts. And it's so Don just still getting some treatment here. And while he gets some treatment, let's see if we can find you some other bits. Royston have just taken the lead. It's St Ives 0, Royston 1. And it's some good noise coming from the Weymouth fans on that far hand side. I don't understand why these Weymouth fans in front of us are going loopy, because Simon Dunn's getting some treatment. You know, he's getting treatment, just leave him be. He's not wasting time. He's going to be added on. Just let the man get some treatment. I've got the old fogies in front of me, that's what it is. You can tell that they've all got home knitted hats. And Simon Dunn does come off the pitch, so again Slough temporarily down to 10 men with this throw into the box to defend. And Slough will make a substitution. It will be Lynch. They're trying to make the substitution now, and the referee very kindly allows Slough to make the substitution. Coming off is Simon Dunn. Oops, I crossed out the wrong name. Coming on is Matt Lynch. And that's on 32 minutes. So substitution for the Rebels. Simon Dunn on. Simon Dunn off. Matt Lynch on. And so the Weymouth fans aren't too happy that the referee has allowed Slough to make that substitution. And Mark Nisbet just chatting to Matt Lynch. And just going through the routines just as he makes this about to come on for the Rebels, and does come on. So Slough have got their full accompaniment of 11, but it will be a throw for Weymouth to come in level with the Slough 18-yard box. Ashley Wells will be the player, to play this throw into the box. So Slough back to their 11. Wells to take this throw. Played in, well spotted by Davis. Comes here towards Lynch, and Lynch launches the ball down the field, but Coles has got 3 men on him. Poor header by Zubar, finds Davis. Davis with the ball over the top. Coles in the chase with it. Zubar gets a little push on it and then plays it back towards his goalkeeper, but good idea by the Rebels there, but Coles just got every time the ball's played forward, it is literally like a 3-1 formation. Brooks heads the ball on. Hollis comes across for Slough, beats Thompson to the ball. Another throw here for Weymouth, taken quickly to finding Brooks. Brooks crosses first time across the box. Fraser has to stretch to get there. Headed on by McCarthy towards Goodship, but hook cleared by Davies. Ball played in towards Carmichael, in towards McCarthy, but Slough win it with Matt Lynch and find Dobson. Dobson yet to have a real run. Plays a lovely little ball in here towards Lynch. Lynch just runs into a Weymouth player, and ball goes out of play for a throw to Weymouth, which Ashley Wells will take. And a long throw, easily headed away by George Wells. Comes into the centre, played on by Carmichael, but goes straight out of play and out for a throw to Slough. We are up to, if I can find some light, 34 minutes gone here at the Bob Lucas Stadium. It's still Weymouth 0, Slough 0, as George Wells puts the throw, and it comes off the head of Brooks, flicked on by Lynch, in towards Warren Harris. Harris evades a challenge of Ashley Wells, running down this near-hand side, gets a bit of a ricochet, falls into the box, but poor clearance by Buckley, and Warren Harris tries to hit it first time. He does get a good strike on it, but it's got no curl on it, and goes wide of the goal. And I've got to say that this is one of the best. It's very much like Arbour Park. When you see this ground under the lights, it's a fantastic place to be, very much like Arbour Park. And it's a good atmosphere here between the two sets of fans as Dennis takes this long ball forward, looking for Thompson, headed away by Hollis, even though Hollis did seem to be climbing on it. Ball from Togwell is cut out by Carmichael. Looked for the ball down the side for Brooks against George Wells. Wells will hook the ball clear, and it's still in play, and Dobson wins the ball and finds Togwell. Togwell's ball inside now finds Davies. Davies has that little turn, then plays it in, hits it straight at the referee, and it falls here to McCarthy. McCarthy plays the ball forward, but that's way too heavy and will go straight out of play for a goal kick. And the referee just goes over to apologise to Lee Togwell, the Slough captain. Nothing he could do for it, just hit him on the back. And it's going to be a goal kick here for Slough to take, with Jack Turner playing his 50th game and so far having a good game here for the Rebels. Takes his kick, aimed towards Lynch. Lynch beaten to the ball by Brooks, and then Thompson beaten to the ball, but it comes back here towards Brooks, and the ball played forwards for him, but again too much on it, and it goes through to Turner in the Slough goal. And he waits for Thompson to run down before picking the ball up, and it's Turner with this kick aimed here towards Dobson. Dobson flicks the ball on well, looking for Warren Harris. Beaten to the ball by Zubar though, but he can't keep the ball in. It's gone out of play for a throw to the Rebels, and now just calming the play down here. It's going to be George Wells to take this throw. Referee just telling George, it's unusual for a referee to tell a player to come forwards 10 yards, but it is. And George Wells with his throw finds Dobson in a bit of space. It's just over his head. Zubar heads the ball away. Smashed clear by Carmichael for Thompson to chase. Thompson up against Hollis. Hollis wins the first header. Thompson's pulling him, and the linesman on this near hand side spots the foul, and that'll be a free kick to the Rebels there. And Thompson and Hollis having a good old battle. And it's see if we can find you some scores while we're waiting around. It's Jack Turner that's going to come up to take this free kick for Slough. I can tell you it's still Kettering 0, Dorchester 1, Kingsland 0, Basingstoke 1, St Ives 0, Royston 1, Stratford 1, Hitchin 2, Tiverton 1, Frome 0. Those are your other scores in the Southern Premier League. Long kick here by Turner. Dobson does really well, flicks the ball on. Lynch tries to get the wrong side of Zubar, and Zubar just muscles him off. Dobson has a barge at him as well, so right in front of the referee just tells both players just to cut that out. And it's a goal kick here for Weymouth. And it's Dennis takes the ball short here to Zubar. Zubar has plenty of time to bring the ball forward. Plays it deep, looking for a baggy on the far hand side. Dave with the header. Warren Harris tries to get there. He plays it off Buckley. So Weymouth appealing for a free kick, but there's nothing wrong in that, and it's gone through to Turner in the Slough goal. And you've got Thompson standing in front of him, but it's a goal kick from his hands for the Rebels. He slips as he takes it again, and he needs to get back in goal quickly. He's way off his line here. Brooks takes the throw quickly, finding Thompson. Thompson up against Hollis. Thompson down this near hand side. Hollis just gets a touch to it, looks it out of play for a throw. And it will be a throw here for Weymouth, level with the 18-yard box. Ashley Wells will be the player that comes across to take the throw. And his throw in towards Goodship. Back out here towards Ashley Wells. Runs down this near-hand side. His cross comes off Dobson and goes out for a corner. And it'll be a corner on this near-hand side. And there's a little change in the corner taker this time. Buckley will be the player that takes it. And Slough leaving 2 players up in Coles and Warren Harris. It's a corner here though for Weymouth. Buckley will take it. It'll be an in-swinging corner. And Slough with some defending to do here. And player right in front of Jack Turner. Goes near post. And it's gone out for another corner. I don't think the linesman and referee knew which one it was. And Scott Davis just having a word with the referee. It'll be another corner though here for Weymouth. Again, Buckley will be the player that takes it. And there's some pushing and shoving going on between Zubar and Jack Turner. And normally what happens after the referee sees a bit of pushing and shoving is as soon as the corner comes in, he'll blow for a free kick. The referee just having a chat with Hollis and Zubar. We still wait for this corner to come in. And it will be Buckley finally to take this corner for Weymouth. Plays it into the box. It's gone through everyone. And there's a mass collision between 4 or 5 players. But it's gone all the way out on the other side for a goal kick. So there'll be a little bit of added time on here for the injury to Simon Dunn. But we're into the 40th minute of the game. Turner just antagonising the crowd would be the slightest best way to put that, as he just goes to have a quick word with the referee. Wow, Basingstoke have scored. It's Kings Lynn 0, Basingstoke 1 is the latest score. Jack Turner just runs off to get the ball to take this goal kick, and he's going to do what all Slough fans absolutely hate. He's gone from the far side, gone all the way over to the near side to take this goal kick. And I tell you what, if it was Slough fans, they would be going absolutely mad. Turner takes this kick aimed towards Dobson. Dobson gets a push in the back, comes off Ashley Wells last. It's a throw to Slough. Matt Lynch tries to take it a good 10 yards away from where the ball went out, but it will be George Wells that takes this throw for Slough, just being told to take it from a few feet inside the Weymouth half. And Wells tries to find Lynch. Lynch has the ball. It's come off Ashley Wells and into Carmichael. Carmichael plays the ball out, looking for Baggy on the far hand side, up against Sean Fraser. Fraser comes across and wins the ball, gets a little tap and then plays it into the crowd. It's out for a throw to Weymouth, taken quickly by Baggy in towards Buckley. Buckley's ball finds Goodship. Goodship now has a chance to shoot from distance. It's a real poor shot. It's a daisy cutter and it's easily seen by Jack Turner in the Slough goal, and that's a comfortable, very comfortable save for the Slough number 1. Oh, someone's put some lights on in the press area. Ball's played through. It comes off the thigh, the shin off De Silva, and it'll be a throw to the Rebels, just around about 15 yards inside the Weymouth half. And Slough with a chance to put a bit of pressure on this Weymouth defence here. Quick throw taken by Fraser, finds Matt Day. Day on the halfway line. Immediately closed down, but managed to find the ball here towards George Wells. Wells has got a bit of space here. And he's got Dobson on this left-hand side. Plays the ball over the top, looking for Coles to chase. It just catches in the air, and Coles tries to get there first. Does keep the ball in. Good play by Coles. Finds Matt Lynch. Lynch's cross is deep towards Warren Harris, and I'm surprised the referee didn't pull that back for a foul on Coles, as Coles kept the ball in, but it's gone out of play for a throw to Weymouth on the far-hand side. And it's taken quickly in towards Carmichael, back out here towards Buckley. Buckley's ball forward, headed on by Matt Day. Only as far as, it's taken down poorly. Comes out here towards Togwell. Togwell will leave it for Dobson. Dobson shoots. It takes a little slight deflection, but it's easily gathered by Dennis in the Weymouth goal. But a good shot on target by James Dobson from a central position. So we've got about a minute and a half of normal time left as Dennis plays this ball long down the field, looking for Thompson. Thompson and Hollis. Thompson wins the header, but no one there to play the ball on, and then Jack Turner just waits for the ball to come in. Goodship was chasing it, but he managed to get the ball into the penalty area before Goodship could get there, and Turner has it in his hands. We've got about a minute of normal time left, plus whatever the referee adds on for those 2 injuries to Simon Dunn. Long kick by Turner finds Zuba. Zuba finds Brooks. Brooks finds Wells with the ball forwards, looking for Thompson. Headed away by Hollis. It comes through to George Wells, and Wells just dings past Thompson, plays the ball out for Lynch. Lynch takes it down on his chest, flicks the ball over his head, looking for the run of either Dobson, and Dobson tries to sneak it off Zubar. Zubar comes across and gets Dobson gets a tackle in, but Zubar sees the ball off and then finds Ashley Wells on this near hand side. Wells ball forwards, easily cut out by Wells, who just smashes the ball down. It can't be kept in. It's gone out of play for a throw to Weymouth, and Dobson just being spoken to by the referee, just headed the ball right down the stairwell, wasting a little bit of time, and Weymouth haven't got a ball. Here it comes, and it'll be a throw to Weymouth. Ashley Wells will take this 10 yards inside his own half, maybe 5 yards if he keeps going that far forward. It's throw, looking for Thompson. Thompson wins the header on. Hollis though for Slough. It's hooked on by Warren Harris, trying to find Coles. It's Carmichael plays it forwards, and De Silva chases the ball back and has the ball. Coles tries to play it down. He plays it in here, and it's 2 Slough players taken out of the game by Goodship. Ball played forward, looking for Thompson. He leaves it for Brooks. Brooks here on this right hand side, up against George Wells, trying to play it in, cuts inside, runs through. It's hooked clear in the end by Davis, only as far as Goodship. Goodship's ball is closed down by Dobson, and now have the ball, and it's played forward, looking for Coles. Coles this time with a chance to control the ball and hold the ball up against De Silva. Knocks it past De Silva and chases it down the right hand side. He's got Warren Harris with him if he needs him. Harris is the only real forward player at the moment. Plays it back here though to find Davis, down with a couple of numbers forward. Got Lynch on the left hand side here, and they find him. Lynch has got a bit of space to have a look at Ashley Wells. Tries to run past. He's got George Wells with him here. Wells plays the ball into the box. It's a good ball in, hit hard and low. Zubar clears it high into that night sky. Lynch wins the header. Finds Dobson. Dobson trying to flick the ball on. Headed away by De Silva. Flicked on by Goodship. Little cushion header by Togwell. Finds Scott Davies. In towards Ron Harris. Harris can turn. He's got tries to get a cross in. It's cut out well by Carmichael and finds Buckley, but Buckley takes his time and gets it to Goodship. Under pressure from Matt Lynch. Finds Buckley on the far hand side. And Buckley's ball down the centre only comes as far as Day. Little touch by him in towards Davis. Cleared across here towards George Wells. So a good bit of possession here. Wells has been able to bring the ball forward. Plotted it out here towards Lynch. He stays on the right hand side. Lynch plays it here for the overrun of Coles. It's come down the side and it's cleared up in the end by Carmichael. His long ball is volleyed clear by Matt Day. It goes out of play and out of play for a throw. And we've played... The referee is just having a word with Perry Coles, I believe. Just telling him to calm down a little bit. Don't know what that was for, but it'll be a throw on the far hand side. We've had no indication of how many added minutes are to be added on, but we're into 47 minutes here. And it's a throw for Weymouth on the far hand side. Buckley to take eventually. And he does finally take the throw. It's going to be headed on and flicked on here. It's going to come through to Davis. In fact, he leaves it for Togwell. Togwell launches a clearance down the field. Silva with a little cushion header finds Buckley. Buckley tries to switch the ball here towards Brooks. Brooks takes it down on his chest. Slough need a bit of cover on this left-hand side. It goes back to Ashley Wells. Dobson comes across to try and challenge him. Little push in the back. It's a free kick. And I don't understand what Ashley Wells is moaning about. The referee has given the free kick. So what's he complaining about? He's got the free kick. There's not more the referee can do. It's a free kick here for Weymouth. Zubar to take it. It's around about 6 or 7 feet inside the Weymouth half. And it's Zubar that takes it into this night air. Matt Days can't get to the head on. It's headed on by Goodship. It will go all the way through to Jack Turner. And in fact, that is the half-time whistle here at the Bob Lucas Stadium. It's 0-0 at half-time. And an entertaining game that has seen both sides test the goalkeepers, but without doubt Weymouth must be having the better of those chances, with Jack Turner the busier of the two goalkeepers. But it is 0-0 here at the Bob Lucas Stadium, and Slough with that one substitution as Simon Dunn was replaced by Matt Lynch, and little bit of a chat by the Weymouth management team on the pitch here at the moment. They're just there's 6 of them in a little huddle. 6 management team. Oh dearie me, the wage bill here must be huge. As the referee and his assistants just come off the pitch, Jack Turner will be the last one to go down the tunnel. Both goalkeepers will be the last to head down the tunnel. It's 0-0 here at the Bob Lucas Stadium. So just to remind a couple of things for you. The next game for the Rebels is Good Friday away to Dunstable. That will be game 6 of 6 away from home. And Slough will be away on that day. It was a 3 p.m. kickoff. So please be aware of that. There is a supporters coach going. If you do want to go down there, you can get a supporters coach. Go on the Supporters Trust website, sloughtown-supporterstrust.co.uk, and you can find the details of that there. Just a reminder though that until we get there, we're not sure if we will be able to broadcast. So please bear that in mind. If you do want to come down, why not come down? And it will save me having to broadcast while we can save some time. Big good idea. We've also got, following that, and then on Easter Monday, remember that place, Arbour Park, we've got a game there. It's Easter Monday, a 3 o'clock kickoff against Cheshire United. So again, come down for that one. And I would like to ask you all just to maybe, we've only got 3 more games left at home. I think, is it 3 or 2? 3, isn't it? 3 more games at home. It would be nice to see some of you stay behind for a beer after the game. We do have the bar takings now. Do come to the club, and if you do have any parties or weddings or any kind of event that you do want to have, why not host it at Arbour Park? As remember, all the money will go towards the club. So please help the club by having your party or event at Arbour Park, and book that through the club as well, just so that we can try and sort you out a good deal. That's what we want to do, see is more of you come down and use the facilities at Arbour Park. There will be plenty of other things. I don't know if you've seen it on Twitter, but there will be 3 matches in the Canitha World Cup to be held at Arbour Park. Those are games which is for non-federated teams to FIFA, so kind of small countries or areas. I do believe that Yorkshire are trying to enter a team, so I don't understand how, but I believe that Yorkshire are entering a team into that Canitha World Cup. So just be aware of that. There will be 3 games at Arbour Park there for you to come down and watch. I believe that the it's going to be the Punjab team that will be playing most of their games at Arbour Park there, and there's I think there's some others, maybe like North Korea or I don't know, other places and whatever that aren't affiliated to FIFA. It's their World Cup, so please come down and watch those games. And then after that, the next game after that is on Wednesday the 4th of April. Slough will be away to Frome Town. Again, there will be a supporters coach going to that game. Please look out for those details. We'll try and find you the scores from those other games. Apparently St Ives have got an equaliser. Kettering are 2-1 up now. I haven't got these officiated. Apparently this is from the Kings Lynn Town Twitter. Linnets manager Ian Colvert is furious after visiting skipper Charlie Kennedy is only shown a yellow card for an X-rated tackle on Cameron Norman right under the nose of the linesman. That is the same Cameron Norman who went down a little bit too easy at games during our game there at them a couple of weeks ago. So maybe the referee has seen that. So we're going to try and find those half times. I can tell you that Kettering have gone 2-1 up at Dorchester. It's 1-1 between St Ives and Royston. And there you go. So it's here at the Bob Lucas Stadium, under the lights here. Lovely stadium. We haven't had an announcement of the crowd or anything here, but good attendance. Lots of people around here at the moment. And both sets of fans have made a lot of noise this evening. And it suddenly starts, the sun has suddenly gone, it suddenly just dropped to a pitch black here with just the main floodlights here lighting up. So let's see if we can find you some scores from around what's going on. In the National League, these are half-time scores. It's Eastleigh 0, Dover 1, Hartlepool 1, Bromley 1, and Macclesfield 0, Gateshead 0. In the Ladbrokes Championship, which I believe must be Scotland, it's Inverness Caledonia 1, Dundee United 0, St Mirren 2, Dumbarton 0. Let me just bear with me for a second. Albion, this is Ladbrokes League 1. Albion Rovers 1, Arbroath 1, Raith Rovers 1, East Fife 0. Ladbrokes League 2, it's Berwick 0, Elgin City 1, Cowdenbeath 0, Clyde 1, Stirling 1, Edinburgh City 1. In the National League North, it's Alfreton 0, Kidderminster 0, Brackley 0, Boston United 0, Harrogate 0, Spennymoor Town 0, Salford City 1, Blythe Spartans 1, York 2, Southport 0. In the National League South, it's Concord Rangers 0, East Thurrock 2, Hemel Hempstead 1, Bath City 1, Western Supermare 0, Braintree 0. In the Bostik Evo Prem, which is basically what used to be the Roma League, Dorking Rovers 1, Leatherhead 1, Folkestone Victor 0, Lowestoft 1, Mersham 2, Burgess Hill Town 1, Met Police 1, Needham Market 1, Saints 1, Brightlingsea Regent 1. And we're just going to find you some other bits going on. If you're not watching it, it's England 1, Italy 0. That's after 38 minutes roughly. In the other one of the other friendlies, it's Germany 0, Brazil 1 at half time. Belgium are 2-0 up against Saudi Arabia. And there's a few other games going on. For those of you who don't believe in miracles, Scotland are winning. They're beating Hungary 1-0. So there you go. Anything can happen in football, and there you go. That just goes to prove that it does. So we are just going to wait for confirmation of the half times to come through to us here before they've just come through now. So let me just read those, confirm those half times for you in the Evo Stick Southern Premier League. Oops, I've just skipped it. Where's it gone? There we go. Wait for a second. It's Kettering 2, Dorchester 1, Kings Lynn 0, Basingstoke 1, St Ives 1, Royston 1, Stratford 1, Hitchin 2, Tiverton 1, Frome 1, and Weymouth 0, Slough 0. Those are your half times from the Southern Premier League this evening. And like I say, if you do want to get in contact with us here, you can do. It's on Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio, all one word, all in lowercase. Or if you're listening via the YouTube, there's quite a few of you on there now. Good evening to Ian Sharp, who's listening. You can come through on there, and there's a lot of people just having a chat. A lot of you saying how good Jack Turner is, and echo those opinions. He's having a very good game today in his 50th appearance for the Rebels, and also congratulations to Lee Togwell for his 100th appearance for the Rebels. So the stadium announcer here, it's not very clear, it's very loud. I'm just going to wait for him to finish on there for you. Just a couple of other things for you. Sean Fraser now on 265 appearances. He needs 4 more to become in the top 20 all-time appearances for the Rebels. We've also got coming up to a milestone is Guy Hollis. Today makes his 195th appearance for the Rebels. And Warren Harris is on 182. So there you go. And just to, I'm not going to read the other one out because I'm going to jinx it. So we're not going to read the other bits of information out. We'll keep those until anything happens there. So just a couple of the substitutes for the Rebels out there at the moment in Josh Jackman and Nathan Smart. The other substitutes for the Rebel is Mark Nisbet, who's obviously inside the dressing room, and 4 of the 5 Weymouth substitutes are out there now. I can see Neil Baker's Neil Baker's out there as well with Alex Moore. He's had his half-time chat. Just going to have a quick drink of water while we wait for the 2 sides to come out here. So just have a little bit of silence, but we are still here. Don't panic. Okay, so we're still here. Don't worry about it. We've not gone anywhere. So there you go. So we have. What was I going to say? We've got to see some of the Slough players just coming out for the start of the second half here. And a huge thank you to the people here at Weymouth. This is the first time I've ever been allowed in the press box here at Weymouth Football Club. It's quite a good press box because it hasn't got any windows in it. Unlike Basingstoke, which kind of got misted up a little bit on Saturday as we were broadcasting. Don't know what was going on in there, but there you go. But yes, quite an unusual press box here. All the windows have been taken out. Apart from the one to the side, which is really great because that's where I'm stood and can't see the corner, but there you go. So we're a few minutes away from kick-off here, and I could just see John Porter jumping through, I wouldn't say jumping, but squeezing through maybe the barriers here to pop over to the other side. And we're just going to wait through for a couple of other things for you. Just a reminder that the Slough Town Supporters Trust have got 2 events which they are running. You can find out more details on their website, sloughtown.supporterstrust.co.uk. The first of those events will be happening on Sunday. That's I think it's the 25th of April, which is the day after the Dorchester away game. There is a foot golf tournament, and that is basically a small golf course where you go around it with a football and play it into holes and stuff. It's quite enjoyable. It's held down at Richards Park Golf Club. If you want to pop down and see what it's like, that is on there. And you need teams of 3, 4 or 5, and the best 3 scores of your team will count. And there are trophies. It's £40 for a team, and that will include a donation to the Supporters Trust chosen charity this year, which is Berkshire Vision, helping the visually impaired. They've got a second event, which is the usual annual sponsored walk, and that will be taking part on the route of the Slough Half Marathon. The Slough Half Marathon being brought back after 18 years, and the sponsored walk will do that result. You can do a smaller sponsored walk, which is 6 miles. The main sponsored walk is 13 miles, and that is for the last home game of the season, which I believe is Royston, which is I can't even remember what date it is. That's how good I am, and I really should look, but I don't know. But you can get involved with that and raise some money. Again, that's going to the same charity, Berkshire Vision. So have a look at those. If you want to take part in the walk, you feel free to. You can contact them. They've got some contact details on there. Or if you know anyone who is doing the walk and you'd like to sponsor them, always go and see them. And you can see that on the Slough Town Supporters Trust website. So just keep an eye out on those things. We should be seeing the players out in a second. The only player out at the moment seems to be Matt Lynch, who didn't really have the chance to warm up with his introduction after the injury to Simon Dunn. And just going to clear this frog in my throat, so just not going to miss anything, nothing happening at the moment. So the Slough players are just coming out for their start of the second half. Just waiting for the Weymouth team to come out and the officials. Weymouth just starting to come out now. Just going to see if there are any half-time substitutions for you. Just keeping an eye on the 2 sides as they start to come out for the second half. We'll give you those if there's any changes. Let's have a look. Oh, some kind of announcement here going on, and I'm just going to see if counting the number of players to see if there are any 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there's no changes to the Weymouth side. So their starting 11 is in goal is Will Dennis. 2 is Ashley Wells. 3, Callum Buckley. 4, Stefan Zubar. 5 is Tiago Cazé da Silva. 6 is Josh Carmichael. 7 is Jake McCarthy, who's the captain. 8 is Abdoulaye Bagay. 9, Ben Thompson. 10, Brandon Goodship. And 17 is Calvin Brooks. For some reason, there's no number 11. Their substitutes for this evening are 12, Charlie Davis. 13, Gareth Stewart. 14, Harry Barker. 15, Tiago Sarr. 16, Jock Wakefield. There's no changes for the Rebels. Their starting 11 is Jack Turner in goal. 2, Sean Fraser. 3, George Wells. 4, Matt Day. 5, Guy Hollis. 5 is the captain, Lee Togwell. 7, James Dobson. 9, Perry Coles. 10, Scott Davis. 11, Warren Harris. 16 is Matt Lench. We are just waiting for the referee just to start this second half. Slough shooting from left to right. Just referee just having a chat with Perry Coles. He's just waiting for him to count to 11 as he counts which to make sure that both sides have the right amount of players. His linesman's right, goalkeeper's right, everyone's right. Just get on with the game. He's going to start it. He does indeed. It's Weymouth with the kick-off here for the second half, and Goodship plays the ball back in. It's given away here towards Lench. Lench just turns in the centre circle, holds the ball up, finds Dobson. Dobson's ball has come off his shin and gone towards the goal, towards Dennis, and Dennis holds the ball. And the ball's rolled out here to Zubar. Zubar to Wells. Back out here to Zubar. Just conscious his 18-yard box, goes back to the goalkeeper Dennis. Coles will chase him down and forces Dennis to kick the ball long and finds Goodship. Good control by him. Played through though to McCarthy. McCarthy's ball finds Thompson. Thompson holds the ball up in towards Goodship. Goodship trying to release Baggy down the right-hand side. He gets down, he gets a cross in towards the near post. It's a goal for Weymouth! It comes at the back post. It's poor by the Rebels. It didn't clear the ball. It looked like a penalty. I can't see who it is that scored. But Weymouth have scored in the first 50 seconds of this second half. And just going to try and see who scored it. I know. Still didn't hear who scored. Somebody scored for Weymouth. And it was a ball played in by Baggy. It played across. Goodship tried to go with it. He was tumbled in the area as Weymouth complained and looked for a penalty. It was put in at the back post. I think it was Carmichael was the guy with the goal for Weymouth, and Slough slip as they take the kick off. It's Davies with the ball. Slough 1-0 down, not the start to the second half that they would have wanted here. And it's Slough with the ball on the far hand side, and that's the first time in 4 games that Weymouth have scored against the Rebels. And Slough with some work to do to get into this game. Ball played down the field, down the left hand side. It's gone straight out of play and be able to throw for a throw to Weymouth, around about halfway inside their penalty area. And the noise now coming from the Weymouth fans behind that goal. It was a good finish by Carmichael, high into the net from around about 8 yards out. Ball thrown in here, flicked on well, looking for Thompson. Thompson runs straight into Hollis. It's out for a throw to Weymouth, and Weymouth look like they've got the bit in their teeth now. They're looking for that extra goal. And they're trying to get forwards here. Slough have never beaten Weymouth when Weymouth have scored. And the throw comes in from Wells, flicked on by Brooks, but it hems off the head of Wells, and then Slough give the ball away with Scott Davis. Shot from distance is well wide though from Goodship, and it's well wide of the goal. But that early start, Slough first ball down the right hand side. There wasn't even a lot of pace on the ball by Baggy that went in. It just seemed to go in slow motion, and it was a good finish. And But don't forget that Slough did concede early on Saturday in the first minute of the game. That was a quicker goal than that. That was around about 45 seconds that goal went in. And it's Turner that takes this goal kick here. And Zubar gets a free header but hooks it into the sky. Lynch wins the next header and tries to get the rebound. It's De Silva who heads it away. Headed on by Togwell, played forwards by Davies. Zubar with the header, comes through to Togwell. Touched by him, finds Fraser down this right hand side. Fraser's got Lynch and Warren Harris. Harris tries to flick it into the path of Lynch, but it's hooked clear in the end by Buckley. In fact, I think they've given the goal to Calvin Brooks and not Carmichael. So there you go. I think they've given it to Brooks. Ball from Slough is headed across the box by Buckley. It's hooked clear, and Thompson gets there first for Weymouth. Trying to turn against Hollis. It's come off a Slough player last. Someone used some colourful language there. That is goal number 8 for Calvin Brooks this season. And it'll be a throw here for Weymouth. A couple of feet inside their own half with Buckley to take it in towards Goodship, who he comes so deep to pick the ball up. He has the ball, he just shreds on it, takes it out of play. Must have come off Warren Harris last. It's a throw here to Weymouth. And it's going to be Buckley to take this throw. So now 1-0 down. Not the best starts to the second half for them. Ball played into Thompson, headed away by Day, but the referee has said that it was a free kick, and Matt Day walks away from the referee. The referee wants a word with Matt Day. Just for, I didn't think he agreed with the decision. And it'll be a free kick to Weymouth. And it's a good 15 yards inside the Slough half, but it is quite close to the sidelines. And Slough just telling the referee to wait while Day gets back into position. Carmichael with this free kick for Weymouth. Played into the box. It's come through here towards McCarthy. Comes in and bounces off his hand. And it's a free kick to the Rebels, which Davis takes quickly, trying to find Dobson, but Ashley Wells just sees the ball out of play, and that's out of play for a throw to Weymouth halfway inside their own half. And it's a rather shell-shocked Slough group of fans behind the goal to our right, as we wait for Ashley Wells to take this throw for Weymouth on the far hand side. His throw comes off George Wells and finds Goodship. Goodship trying to play the ball in for Thompson, but Hollis is there for Slough to play the ball down the wing, only headed on by Carmichael. Warren Harris tries to beat Goodship to the ball, but Goodship holds the ball up well. Ball played in, looking for Baggy on the far hand side. Fraser gets a touch to it. Ball blocked towards Coles. Coles is adjudged to have been fouled. No, the foul was against Sean Fraser, sorry. And it's a free kick to the Rebels. Matt Day looks like he wants to take it. Jack Turner's standing here, but it's Day that takes the free kick. It's 1-0 by Wells, and it goes only as far as George Wells. George Wells has time to play the ball in, trying to find Matt Lynch. Lynch does well to turn past Zuba, finds Coles. Coles takes a shot. It's blocked by De Silva. Abdullah Baggy gets a touch to it, but can't go past anyone. It gives it to Togwell. Togwell in towards Lynch. Lynch under pressure from McCarthy. Lynch does well to hold it off. Plays it here to Matt Day. Day being chased down by Goodship and goes back to the goalkeeper Turner. Turner again plays it high into the night sky. Underneath it is McCarthy. McCarthy pushing the back, and it's a free kick to the Rebels just inside their own half. Matt Day seems to want to take him quickly and find Scott Davies. Davies plays the ball in towards Lynch. He gives it with a bit of power, but Lynch controls it and finds Togwell. Togwell just evades a challenge of Baggy. In towards Fraser. Fraser now finds Warren Harris. He's got Goodship that comes across inside it, but if Warren Harris keeps the ball, and it's played out here towards Togwell. Togwell now towards Lynch. So now with a bit of spell of ball, finds George Wells on the far hand side. Plays the ball into the box. It's headed away by Zubar, and the first person to the ball will be Carmichael. Just eased off the ball. Keeps the ball in actually as Dobson tried to foul him. A lovely ball in to find Goodship. Now a chance for Weymouth on the attack. Plays it down the line here for Thompson. He's got Brooks on the overlap if he needs him. Thompson decides to come inside, cuts in and finds Goodship. Goodship shoots from distance. It's just wide of the goal. It looked like it was creeping in, but it's the wrong side of the post, and Slough take the kick quickly, and George Wells runs down the left hand side. Just gets tripped there, and it's a free kick I think to the Rebels. And Slough take it quickly here and find Togwell just in the centre circle of his own half. Spreads it here towards Fraser. Fraser will go across towards Matt Day. Day along to Guy Hollis. Constant orders being barked by the Weymouth management team. Ball's with George Wells, has to go back towards Jack Turner, and Turner plays it out here towards Sean Fraser. Just takes a little poor touch, and Baggy chases the ball down, and again Turner has to under pressure clear the ball. Warren Harris underneath it. Buckley wins the header, or it comes through off Matt Lynch last, and Baggy was offside. It's come through to Turner in the Slough goal. Plays the ball down the field. It's the easy header for De Silva, but his header only finds Togwell. Togwell finds Matt Lynch on this near hand side. Lynch cuts inside, still running with the ball, and finds Davies. Davies inside the centre circle. Plays it, spreads out here to George Wells. Wells can looking to try and come forward. He's got Dawson on his outside, but goes back towards Davies. Davies trying to orchestrate it from a deeper position. So now need a midfield player a little bit further on. Togwell towards Day. Gets the ball back towards Day. Plays it across here towards Hollis. Now keeping the ball well here, but with no real intent of attack. Ball comes here towards Lynch. Lynch needs to be the ball player further forward. Comes a lovely ball in for Fraser. So now attacking down the right hand side. Warren Harris has the ball here. Got two players inside the box. It's not the best of balls, and Coles tries to steal it, but it's defended well by Carmichael and then hooked clear by Buckley for Thompson to chase. Matt Day, good defensive header, heads it here towards Davis, who's filling in at right back, chips the ball down the field. Buckley will head the ball inwards towards McCarthy. McCarthy just slides past Togwell, runs with the ball, finds Baggy on this left hand side. Ball play forwards here towards Goodship, who just finds a lot of space, flicks it on the right hand side here towards Brooks. Brooks has got Ashley Wells on the overlap. Someone needs to cut back. It's played out here to Ashley Wells. Wells can cross in first time. It's taken a deflection off a Slough player, and it's taken by Jack Turner. And Turner tries to release Dobson down this near hand side up against Zubar. Zubar stretches and just gets to the ball, but it does go out of play. Still Weymouth with this one goal lead. 10 minutes into this second half, and the ball thrown in by Dobson finds Lynch. Lynch has got a bit of space here to play the ball in, but he's got no one to play the ball to. And Fraser, in fact, makes the run down this right back position halfway inside the half, back in towards Lynch. Lynch trying to skip past the challenge of McCarthy. Back out here towards Fraser, back towards Lynch. So now need a little bit of help here. It comes towards Day. Day chips the ball across here towards Hollis. Hollis, his first time ball, finds Scott Davies. Davies hits it straight at Goodship, and it's one back here with Weymouth here. And the ball here with Carmichael. Trying to play Baggy in. Fraser gambles. So it's a poor gamble by Fraser. And it's an offside, thankfully, for Slough, as Fraser gambled on challenging Baggy. Baggy beaten to the ball, tried to flick in Thompson, but Thompson was offside. And there's a slight injury worry to Togwell here. I don't understand why the Weymouth fans are complaining that someone's injured. I don't get it. If he's injured, he's injured. You don't start booing because he's injured. It's a bit strange. But Togwell getting some treatment here at the moment, so the break in play. And while there's a break in play, let's see if we can find you some scores. And it's Togwell just receiving some treatment to his foot. Royston have taken the lead, so Royston are 2-1 up at St Ives. Let's see if we can find you anything else. Kettering are still 2-1 up. There you go. So Togwell's just come off the field, so it's now temporarily down to 10 men for the moment, as Turner takes his free kick for Slough. Looks like he almost went for goal there, but it's easily taken by Dennis in the Weymouth goal. And Slough have yet to work the goalkeeper in the second half here. Long ball here by Dennis, looking for Thompson. Thompson wins the header, but Togwell is back on the pitch, plays it back here towards Turner, and Turner this time with a much better kick, plays this long down the field. Zubar up against Coles, easy for Zubar, but Davies wins the little flick on, only as far as Zubar though. He plays the ball here looking for Thompson. Thompson holds the ball up well for Weymouth, flicks it on the right hand side, but it's intercepted well by Fraser. Fraser trying to bring the ball forwards in the midfield position, finds Davies. Davies has got on the overlap George Wells for Slough. Just plays it in towards Dobson. Wonder if he could have continued his run. Dobson's first time to try and play it down the side, finds Matt Lynch on the left hand side. Ball back here with Lynch, just shrugs off the challenge, trying to go round there. He's got up against Zubar here, trying to get down the side. Zubar challenges and wins the ball, but it comes off Zubar, and Lynch has got a touch to it. It's come off him last for a throw to Weymouth. And the goalkeeper, I think he's given a free kick actually for the foul by Matt Lynch there. So it's a free kick right by the sideline, which the goalkeeper Dennis will go across to take. And we've played 13 and a half minutes here. Weymouth 1, Slough 0. And the ball played forwards by Dennis. It's flicked on well by Brooks. Comes through to Thompson. Comes off Hollis last. It's a throw to Weymouth. Trying to take it a good 10 yards further than it came out. The referee immediately spots that and pulls the play back. And it'll be a throw that Brooks will leave for Ashley Wells. Halfway inside the Slough Town half. It's the right back to take it. Great noise here from the Weymouth fans. So we still haven't seen the throw come in yet. In fact, he's got the first yellow card of the game as Ashley Wells for time wasting. And we thought we saw that a little bit strange at Basingstoke on Saturday, but looks like maybe the referees have had some kind of thing about people taking their time. It's a free kick. It's still going to be a throw to Weymouth, sorry. But Dorchester have just got an equaliser. Kettering 2, Dorchester 2. The throw finally does come in from Wells. Dobson wins the header, then Lynch wins the second one. Dobson tries to keep it in. It finally does go out of play for a throw for Weymouth. And Wells will take it. This time I don't think he's going to hang around with this throw. And the ball comes in. It comes off Hollis. Hollis having a battle with Thompson there. Plays it off. I thought he played it off the Weymouth play, but it actually came off Guy Hollis last. It's a throw here to Weymouth. Deep inside the Slough half. And it's ball played in with some power, but Davies clears for Slough and then finds Lynch. Lynch finds Warren Harris. Harris got Baggy chasing him down, but Warren Harris skips past that challenge, holds the ball up and finds Lynch. Lynch now finds Fraser, who's forward for Slough. Runs down this near-hand side. Good shift of all players coming in to help defend. Ball back in here towards Scott Davies. Davies plays it in towards Fraser. Fraser turns, finds Matt Lynch on this near-hand side. Lynch has got Fraser's continued his run down the right-hand side. Fraser just keeps it in. Back in towards Lynch. Lynch plays it in towards Warren Harris. Harris holds the challenge off. Finds Sean Fraser down this near-hand side. Fraser cuts inside. Just overruns the ball. It's come off Weymouth player last. It comes off to Silver. And it's a throw for Slough. And I think they're going to let Guy Hollis come across to take this one. Matt Day is going to go forwards. And now the Slough fans behind that goal get their voices heard. It's going to be a long throw from Guy Hollis. It's around about 5 or 6 yards away from the corner flag. And Hollis to take this throw into the box for the Rebels. It's got a good bit of distance on it. Aimed at Day. It's headed away. Comes to the edge of the box for Davies. Davies trying to line up Lynch. Just overruns it and it allows Brooks a chance to run with the ball. He plays it down the field looking for Thompson. Thompson here up against Wells. Thompson trying to cut inside Wells. Still holds the ball up well. Into Goodship. Goodship trying to play it out towards Baggy. Baggy's in to chance. Oh, he takes a shot with his right foot. He should have crossed it into the box, and it's an easy save for Jack Turner. Turner plays the ball long here for Slough, looking for Coles. Coles is offside. It's a free kick to Weymouth. But Baggy makes the wrong choice there. He's come in. He obviously wants to cut in on his right foot. And it's a powder puff shot in the end, which was an easy save for Jack Turner in the Slough goal. A couple of substitutes just warming up for the Rebels in Nathan Smart and Josh Chapman, sorry. And it's a free kick here for Weymouth that Zubar will take. And it's launched long here towards Thompson. Thompson wins the ball, comes in towards Goodship. Oh, Goodship almost skips past Hollis. Hollis gets there in the end, and Davies tidies up for the Rebels. Back towards Jack Turner. Turner's kick is really poor, but he gets a lucky ricochet. It falls here to George Wells. George Wells has got he's just played it in front of Togwell, just too much on it, and it's been cleared up by De Silva. A ball played in and the ball switched by Carmichael, only as far as Turner. Turner launches a long kick down the field, trying to find Dobson. Dobson up against Zubar. Zubar wins the header, and then Brooks chests the ball into the path of Ashley Wells, a right back, just inside his own half. Plays the ball long down the field, looking for Thompson to chase, and Thompson does chase. Hollis has to come across for Slough, but he does well to find Wells. Wells in towards Lee Togwell. Togwell turns. He's got Warren Harris on this right hand side if he needs him. It does play, it's hit it high and allows Baggy the chance to chase him down. But if Sean Fraser's there first and then back in towards Warren Harris. He's got Lynch running down this near hand side if he needs him. Tries to chip it over the top for Lynch to continue his run onto. Buckley's there for him and Buckley gets there first, plays it down the line and it's gone out of play for a throw to the Rebels. So now take it quickly from nowhere where the ball went out with Fraser in towards Scott Davies. Davies finds Day. Day in towards Fraser. Oh, Fraser's just heavy touch and he's gone down. The Weymouth dugout didn't like the fact that was a free kick. But a free kick's been given. Matt Day and Guy Hollis will go forwards for it. Scott Davies standing over it. It's a couple of feet inside the Weymouth half. Slough yet to test the goalkeeper in the second half. Could this be the chance that they need? Scott Davies with this free kick for Slough. Played in with a little power. Headed away though on the edge by De Silva. Comes out towards Togwell. 30 yards away from goal. Chips the ball into the box. Zubar with the header away. Then it's hooked clear in the end by Carmichael looking for Thompson. Thompson wins the ball and holds it up here against three Slough players. Good forward play here by Ben Thompson. Holds the ball up and finds Goodship. Goodship is going to shoot from distance. It's a good shot and it's just wide of the goal. Beaten Jack Turner but wide of the goal and out for a goal kick. Turner with the long kick. Dawson does well to flick on, looking for Coles. Coles trying to get past Zubar. Zubar just eases him wide of the goal and allows Dennis to come out to claim the ball there. And the ball's here with the Weymouth goalkeeper, Will Dennis. Just drops the ball inside his penalty area, knocks it out with his feet to the edge. Plays the long ball down the field, looking for Brooks on the right hand side. Brooks can't keep the ball in and it's gone out of play for a throw to the Rebels on the far hand side. And it's a throw for Slough, taken quickly, comes here towards Hollis. Hollis plays it behind Day in towards Sean Fraser. And Goodship again chasing the ball down, played forward here looking for the run of Lynch. Lynch trying to get forwards up against De Silva. De Silva being forced into the corner here by Lynch. Goes back towards his goalkeeper and Dennis under pressure skips that ball high into the sky and it just about goes off play and it's a throw for Slough. And I wonder if Scott Davis will come across to take this throw. And again he's telling Matt Day and Guy Hollis to go forwards for this. And he's around about 20 yards away from goal with this throw is Davies. And his ball into the box, easily headed away by McCarthy. Comes here towards Togwell. Togwell flicks the ball into the box. Coles tries to get there on the edge of the thing, looking for a free kick. Ball cleared high into the night sky. Underneath it is Davies who heads the ball on, trying to find Hollis who's still forwards. Davies wins the header and does find Hollis. Hollis just chips the ball into the box. Coles trying to get there. He barges Zubar out of the way, but it comes through to Dennis, the goalkeeper, and it's an easy claim for him. And Dennis throws the ball out here towards Buckley, the left back, bringing the ball forwards. Dobson comes across to close it out. Still gets his ball up towards Thompson, and Thompson's ball is he plays it in here towards Carmichael. Carmichael looking to spread the play on the far hand side. It keeps it into the far hand side and it's a good run by Brooks. He just can't keep it in and it's gone out of play for a goal kick. We've played coming up to halfway in this second half. It's Weymouth with this lead given to them by Brooks in the first minute of the second half. It's the difference between the two sides. It's Weymouth 1, Slough Town 0, but Slough with not much choice on the bench to bring forwards, as all they've got on the bench is three defenders here. As Turner plays the ball along, looking for Dobson. It comes off Ashley Wells last, and it will be a throw to the Rebels. Quickly taken by Wells in towards Lynch. Lynch finds Guy Hollis halfway inside his own half. Plays it across here to Matt Day. Day has time on the ball, and then Goodship closes him down and finds Sean Fraser. Fraser's ball is good, but De Silva cuts it out with his chest and finds McCarthy. McCarthy, under the pressure from Warren Harris, finds Abdoulaye Baggy. Baggy coming down his near hand side, finds Goodship again. How did he score 30 goals? He's everywhere in the pitch, apart from up front almost. McCarthy turns, plays it out here towards Buckley. Buckley back in here to McCarthy. McCarthy runs straight into a couple of Slough players. Slough have the chance to bring the ball out, but Togwell overruns it and Buckley gets there first, but his ball ricochets all the way across and goes out of play for a throw to the Rebels. Taken quickly by Dobson in towards Wells. Wells tackled by Thompson, but it comes off Thompson last and back out for a throw on the far hand side for Slough Town. It's George Wells to take this throw. I think that the Weymouth fans are saying the same. Why did he not get a booking? There's some shirt tugging by Matt Lynch. It's a free kick given away by Slough. A few feet inside their own half, and it'll be a free kick to Weymouth. And Weymouth in no hurry to take this free kick. And it's going to be on the far hand side. It'll be Carmichael to take this free kick for Weymouth. And it's played in. It's headed across the 18-yard box by Goodship towards Thompson. Thompson controls it with his hand, and it's out of play for it's a free kick to the Rebels. My apologies. It's a free kick to Slough. And let's see if we can find you some scores from the other games. Ball played forward here by Turner. Dobson does well to flick the ball on. Coles will chase it into the corner up against Zubar, but Zubar's there first and plays the ball here looking for Thompson. Thompson backing into Hollis, and Hollis can't get there. It's a good ship who goes past Day, who bursts down this near hand side, shoots from distance. Again, it's well wide of the goal and out of play for a throw. To see if we can give you the latest scores in the Southern Premier League this evening. It's Kettering 2, Dorchester 3. Kingsley 0, Basingstoke 1, St Ives 1, Royston 2, Stratford 1, Hitchin 2, Tiverton 1, Frome 1 and Weymouth 1, Slough 0. Those are your latest scores in the Southern Premier League at the moment. Ball's down the far hand side. Cole's chasing up against Zubar. Zubar goes back to the goalkeeper Dennis, and Dennis clears only as far as Dobson. Dobson hits it first time with Dennis out of the goal, but it's gone wide of the goal, and it's seen by the goalkeeper, who has plenty of time to run back and collect the ball. And it's Dennis who has the ball in his hands. Oh, it's been closed down by Coles, and Coles manages to... it comes off Coles last, does it? I'm not sure if the referee actually knows what he's going to give. It did come off Coles last. He chased the goalkeeper down, and the clearance came off Coles last. It's a throw to Weymouth with Ashley Wells, level with his own 18-yard. Trying to find Brooks, headed on by Wells, in towards Lynch. Lynch finds Togwell, back out towards George Wells. Ball in here towards Lynch. Lynch slips, but manages to find Togwell, back out to George Wells. Wells in towards Togwell. Togwell in towards Dobson. Dobson tries a quick flick, and it's ball thrown in here, looking for Lynch. Lynch down the left-hand side, up against Zubar. Trying to get down there, gets eased off the ball easily. And Zubar looks like he was going to throw the ball at his head there, and then just stopped. It's out for a goal kick. There is some kind of thing. There was a tannoy announcement of the attendance here, but it's so bad you couldn't hear it, so I don't know what the attendance is. But it's a goal kick here for Weymouth. We're into the 27th minute of this second half. Still Weymouth with this 1-goal lead. Dennis Withy takes it. Wells is out jumped. Hollis and Thompson challenge for the ball. Davies wins it back, or a ricochet off Wells, falls to Goodship, but it's a good defensive header though by Fraser. Warren Harris gets there and skips it past McCarthy, but Buckley's first to the ball, finds Abdullahi Baggy. Baggy under pressure, gets a little kick from Fraser. It's a free kick to Weymouth, and that's a soft free kick that the referee signals there. And it's Buckley that will be the player that takes this free kick, the left back. It's around about 15 yards inside the Slough half, couple of yards away from the sideline, but Buckley, the left back, will take this. And interestingly, Weymouth don't send any of their big tall players through. Comes ball on the far hand side towards Thompson. Wells is the player that clears the ball. Coles is up against Ashley Wells. Coles was getting manhandled there, but the ball's been flicked on by McCarthy. Hollis goes up with a header, comes through to McCarthy. McCarthy continues his run, gets to the edge of the box, shoots. It's blocked by Matt Day. It comes out here now to George Wells, who clears only as fine as Carmichael. Spreads it here towards Buckley. Buckley, it looks like Dobson has been told to play up front with Coles. Ball played in low, lovely ball in here towards Carmichael. Carmichael runs away. Coles has fouled him. It's a free kick to Weymouth. And a bit of frustration in Perry Cole's play there. And it's a free kick to Weymouth. It's quite a central position. It's almost level in line with the right hand. If he was the goalkeeper, it's the right hand goal post that it's in line with. Carmichael's the player standing over this free kick for Weymouth. And the referee just making sure the Slough two-man wall is back the required distance. In fact, it's a three-man wall. Dobson's just swapped places with Warren Harris. Warren Harris has gone up front. Dobson has joined the wall. But it's Carmichael standing over this free kick for Weymouth. And he looks to go for goal. He clears the goal. He clears the stands. And that ball may end up in the sea. But it's a goal kick here for Slough. And it's going to be Jack Turner that will take this throw. Some people are leaving already. I've still got like 15 minutes left. It's a bit crazy. And it's Turner that takes this kick. It's a good long kick. Coles does well to flick the ball on, but he just flicked it on and it's got so much on it and goes through to Dennis. And it does look like Dobson's being told to play up front here alongside Coles. He chases the ball down. Dennis rolls it out here to Zubar. Zubar just skips past the challenger Coles. Finds the ball in towards Goodship is everywhere in this team. Ball played forward here now to McCarthy. McCarthy runs with it. Finds Baggy. Baggy comes on this left-hand side. Goes into the near post. Crosses with his left foot, but it's well defended by Sean Fraser. And out for a corner for Weymouth. And it's going to be Baggy that goes across to take this corner for... Oh no, it's not. He's going to leave it for McCarthy to come across and take. And it's McCarthy taking this in-swinging corner here. Both centre-backs have gone forward. It's taken short here towards Goodship, who crosses, but it's easily cut out by Jack Turner. And Turner will try to... Well, he just got caught there. And I'm surprised that's not a yellow card for the Weymouth player. As Jack Turner went to kick the ball, he put his leg up there to block it, but caught Jack Turner. It's De Silva was the player that did it. And it's... He doesn't book him, which is quite a surprise. Oh, he's going to book him, actually. De Silva gets the second yellow card of the game on 76 minutes. Much to the annoyance of the Weymouth fans sat in front of me. Turner goes to take the free kick, but is told to go back a little bit further. Attendance is 822 here today. The ball played in, headed on by Lench, flicked on by Coles, headed away by Thiago Silva. Ball played in. Lench has gone down with a head injury here. The referee will stop the game, and you can hear what the Weymouth fans think of that. Dearie me. I'd love to know what happens when... it's Kettering 3, Dorchester 3. Goals going in at that game. I'd love to know what happens when a Dorchester... Kettering... get me right. Here, where are we today? Weymouth. I'd love to know what happens when a Weymouth player gets down injured. Are they going to boo him as well? It's... the referee stopped the game for a head injury to Lench. He's fine. And Lench will chip the ball back towards the goalkeeper, Dennis, and the game is back underway. So we're into the final 15 minutes here. Still Weymouth 1, Slough Town 0. And that goal on the first 45 seconds of the second half. All that separates these two sides. Dennis slips as he plays the ball forward, but Hollis wins the header, only as far as Carmichael. His ball forward, looking for Baggy. Headed away well by Sean Fraser. It's out for a throw for Weymouth, 10 yards inside the Slough half. And Buckley just stops to have a drink before he takes the throw. And then throws the ball in here towards Carmichael. Gets the ball back in from Carmichael to Buckley. Back out forward. Played forward here. Day up against Thompson. Thompson wins the header. Lynch gets there first, but he's robbed of the ball by Goodship. Goodship finds McCarthy. McCarthy trying to skip through a couple of challenges. Does well to turn. Still running with the ball. Gets to the edge of the box. Chips it out here towards Brooks. Brooks cuts inside. Runs into too many players, but still manages to get away with the ball. Crosses in. Well defended by Sean Fraser, who beats Goodship to the ball. Ball back out here still with Weymouth. We're here with McCarthy. McCarthy trying to Dinker ball in towards Goodship. He should have played it out wide. Ball played in by Goodship. It's got too much on it. And it goes out of play for a goal kick to the Rebels. So we're going to see if we can give you those latest scores in a second. And it's Frome have equalised. Tiverton 1, Frome 1. 3-3 between Kettering and Dorchester. As Turner takes a long kick down. There's an injury here to Ashley Wells. Strangely, none of the Weymouth fans want to boo. Shall we just all boo for them? So it's a bit strange, isn't it? When a Slough player goes down injured, it's booing all around because he's wasting time or playing off. Even though Slough 1-0 down, why would you do that when you're 1-0 down? Weymouth player goes down injured, not a word. He's up. It's a miracle. He didn't even get treated. But no, the old fogies in front don't complain. It's going to be the ball is back with. There's an injury actually to Jack Turner. I missed that. Well, it was all going on. Jack Turner's injured, and I've missed it. So you can tell how good I am at this. Jack Turner's down injured at the moment, getting some treatment from the physio. And, well, we could be playing here for a long, long time this evening. It's just as well it's not a 2.5 hour coach journey back home, isn't it? Turner getting some treatment here at the moment. Let's see what we can find out for you otherwise. It's still Kettering and Dorchester's 3-3. That seems to be the game. Jack Turner's back to his feet and gets serenaded by the Weymouth fans. I think they think he works in the city for a bank. I'm sure that's what they're calling him. My hearing, I'm old, so my hearing maybe is a little bit wrong. England are still 1-0 up in their friendly against Italy. The ball's here though with Weymouth down the right hand side, and the ball is crossed in. It's off Hollis by Ben Thompson, so it's a corner here for Weymouth. And Slough have been under the cosh here for most of this second half. And again, they'll leave two forwards. Two up for this corner, just to see. But Zubar and De Silva go forwards for Weymouth. And Zubar's got this habit of trying to run to where the goalkeeper is. It's going to be an in-swinging corner from McCarthy on the far-hand side. It's played in. It's going to be headed away easily by George Wells. Comes out here towards Baggy. Baggy leaves it for Carmichael in towards Goodship. Baggy goes down. The cross comes in on the far-hand side, and Jack Turner has to push it over the top. The cross came in on the far-hand side from Buckley, of all players, and he hit it right underneath the post, the crossbar, and Jack Turner just had to push the ball over for a corner, and Buckley goes across to take the corner himself. In fact, he's going to take two because he's got two balls on the pitch, that is. No, I think that wasn't being personal, just two balls on the pitch. Buckley will take this in-swinging corner for Weymouth. And this time it's a better corner. Goes into the box, it's headed goalwards, and on the line Jack Turner saves the ball and tries to get Slough on the attack. Slough with two, Warren Harris and Perry Coles forwards. Oh, it's well defended though by Ashley Wells, but Davies tries to win the ball back, but it's only come as far as McCarthy for Weymouth. He'll spread it out here towards Baggy. Baggy running down this left-hand side, skips past Sean Fraser and then runs straight into Sean Fraser. That's what the referee said. These old folks in front of me, I'll tell you what, they did half get rolled, didn't they? It was a free kick, there's no doubt about that, but Baggy ran into Fraser, and that's exactly what it is. It's just a free kick, no yellow card. The old age pensioners in front of us need to be a little bit careful. I'm not sure how far the hospital is. It's McCarthy that takes this free kick. It's a good free kick, headed across the 18-yard box off the head of George Wells. It will be seen out by Brooks on the far-hand side. And it's a throw to Weymouth. Around about 10 yards away from the corner flag. And it's Brooks who goes across to take the throw. And Slough win the ball back here with Lynch. Finds Togwell. Togwell nicely the ball in here, back in towards Lynch. Lynch running down that side. Oh, tries to play it in towards Coles, but it comes off Slough player last. It's out for a throw to Weymouth. And Ashley Wells, the right back, will take this throw. And he's got a longer throw down the field. Flicked on by Brooks trying to find Thompson. It's defended well by Hollis. Wells then puts a neck and touch on it. Davis wins it for Slough and finds Fraser. Fraser goes back towards the goalkeeper Turner. Turner long kick down the field here. Dobson is playing literally up front with Coles. Does well to win the flick on. The ball comes back out to Lynch. Lynch finds Warren Harris down the right hand side. First real spell that Slough have had. He crosses under pressure and it's gone out of play for a goal kick to Weymouth. And Slough with a little change in formation with Dobson up front for most of the second half, but he's had absolutely no service whatsoever. Neither has Perry Coles. And it's just that solitary goal in that 45 seconds of the second half that separates the two sides as we come into the final 6 minutes of the game. We're waiting for Dennis to take this goal kick. And it's a good kick by him. Wells is beaten to the ball by Brooks. Comes off Brooks last. It'll be a throw to the Rebels. And the Weymouth fans on that far hand side behind the goal have been singing virtually non-stop this second half. And it's George Wells that takes the throw. Finds Lynch. Lynch back towards Wells. Wells hammers it forwards and there's a free kick there for a late challenge by Brooks on Wells. And Slough have a free kick 15 yards inside their own half. And Slough decide to take it quickly and go across to Day. Day was almost robbed by Goodship twice here. Ball's back out with Fraser in towards Warren Harris. Harris is tackled by Buckley and it comes through to McCarthy. McCarthy plays the ball down the field. Matt Day isn't going to chase that one. In fact, Jack Turner chases it down. It goes out of play for a throw to Slough. And I think Day will take it. And he throws it across the 6-yard box and finds Guy Hollis. Hollis just nudges it forwards here to George Wells. And Wells switches the play here to the right-hand side, looking for Warren Harris. Harris and Buckley collide there, and Buckley's gone down. The referee says it's a free kick to Weymouth. And it's Hitchin still 2-1 up. Froome have taken the lead at Tiverton. Froome are 2-1 up there. But Slough still losing 1-0 here as De Silva takes this free kick for Weymouth. Looking on the far hand side for Brooks. Brooks tries to keep the ball in. Wells has to head it on and it's going to roll out of play for a throw to Weymouth. 15 yards inside the Slough half. Taken quickly to find Carmichael. Carmichael closed down by Coles and Slough won the ball back with a challenge from Lynch. Ball played in here towards Dobson. Dobson holds the ball up, trying to flick the ball into the path of Coles to chase onto. Coles chases it down, but Wells sees the ball out for Weymouth and it's out for a throw to the home side, roughly 20 yards away from their own corner flag. And Ashley Wells will take this throw. And it's come off the head of Davies and Togwell has to chase it, but it's played forwards here. Oh, and it's come through here and it's a race on here. It's Brooks down the right hand side. He's got Thompson, Goodship and overs. He finds Goodship on the edge of the box. Goodship tries to find a bit of space. Just being forced wide. Plays it across. Great block by Day. Comes back out here towards Goodship and it comes off Day last for a corner, but a great block by Matt Day in there. But Slough caught by that ball behind the front for, and again what it was Slough had the ball, they didn't clear it properly and the ricochet fell to Weymouth who attacked quickly, and there's actually an injury to a Weymouth player here at the moment and there's a slight stoppage in play. I don't think the referee has just booked Matt Day for dissent, I would guess, as it looks like he's complained about that decision. Or he said something because there's a little bit of cramp being administered to one of the. It's to McCarthy who's down injured here, just getting some cramp treatment. Dave's still having a chat with him, and the referee is just signalling for Weymouth to get the corner in. And it's going to be Buckley to take this corner for Weymouth. They've only got two in the box here. And it's well cleared by Scott Davies in the end, only as far as Carmichael. Carmichael's control isn't the best, but he still has hold of the ball, and then plays it forwards into the path of Thompson. Ball comes back out here, and it's a great challenge. Comes here towards McCarthy, who shoots, but a kin of a rugby player. That would have been 3 points. We need a ball, and I think you're going to see a substitution for Weymouth. And coming on will be number 12, which is Charlie Davies. And coming off is 17, Calvin Brooks. So Brooks is coming off from that far right-hand side. Let's just say he's not in a hurry to come off. And Davies just puts his little Alice band to keep his hair out of his eyes. And the referee just indicating to Brooks that he's going to add the time on for the fact that he comes off the pitch so slow. He's still not off the pitch. He's literally walking leisurely off the pitch, and Davies is the player that comes on for Weymouth. And the Weymouth fans behind that goal been singing all night long here as Turner takes this goal kick for Slough, aimed towards Dobson, beaten by McCarthy, but it finds George Wells. Wells on the far hand side, chips the ball forwards, trying to find Warren Harris. Headed away by Buckley. There's 3 minutes of added time. Baggy wins it down this near hand side. Well, just over touches it, and Togwell gets there first, and then does well to turn and heat hold of the ball. Hits it straight down the field. It comes off a Weymouth player. It comes off Thompson actually. It's gone out of play for a throw. So Slough take the throw quickly with Fraser finding Day. Day with the ball forwards. Ball flicked on by Warren Harris, only as far as De Silva. De Silva's ball finds Warren Harris in towards Dobson. Oh, Dobson just runs into his fellow number 7, McCarthy. McCarthy plays it down here for Thompson to chase. That's a great tackling by Guy Hollis. He's covered a lot of space to come back and win that ball. Played it out for a throw. So we're into those final 3 minutes of added time here. Just that solitary goal. 45 seconds in. It's separating these two sides. And it's a throw here to Weymouth. Baggy is the player that looks like he'll eventually take it. Finds McCarthy down his near-hand side. Fraser has to come across. It's actually a corner here to Weymouth. And Weymouth heading for this 3 points here, which will put them out of position. If Slough win their 4 games in hand, this now means that they can't overtake Weymouth. And this is the 7th game in a row that Slough conceded the first goal. They take the corner quickly to Weymouth. It's held in the corner by Thompson, and Slough try to keep hold of it. Thompson trying to hold it up in that corner play there. And the ball's here with Baggy. Slough still trying to win it. Baggy holding it off. Comes out here though to McCarthy. He's beaten by Day. And it's here with Fraser. Fraser's clearance only finds Carmichael. Back out here towards Baggy. Baggy trying to zip past Togwell. Togwell holds him up. And in fact, it's a foul by Baggy. And it's a free kick to the Rebels. And Slough will try to take it quickly here. We've literally got about a minute and a half left of the added time. Jack Turner trying to take it a little bit further. The referee told him to take it further back. And he went back about a ball's length. And then takes this free kick. Slough have moved Hollis forwards. The ball comes out here towards Goodship. Goodship turns, plays the ball over the top. Oh, Matt Day's got some running to do up against Thompson. And it comes off Thompson last. It's good defending by Matt Day. And as it is, it's a throw to the Rebels deep inside their own half. They take it quickly and throw it towards Turner. Turner, we've got Hollis playing up front. Looks like Slough gone 4 up front. Dobson trying to flick the ball on. Zubar wins the header. Comes into Carmichael. He wins the next header, only as far as Davies. Davies then spreads it on the far hand side, looking for Lynch. Lynch heads it on, trying to chase his own flick on down that Lynch and far hand side. Oh, it's just challenged by Wells, and Wells has defended it well. It's cleared in the end, and only comes as far as George Wells over Slough. He comes in and takes it in inside. Plays the ball on the far hand side. Buckley takes a touch on it. It's been cleared by De Silva. Slough have a throw here, and then Fraser will take it. Quickly, Willie. He's taking it in quickly towards Dobson. Dobson trying to make a bit of space to cross. His cross is poor. It's chested away. Oh, that is poor refereeing. Literally right in front of him. Carmichael gets a yellow card for handball. He literally chests it down. It comes off his chest. I can see it clearly. The referee standing right by it. And it's a free kick to Slough. Now, this is the trouble for Slough. Who's going to take it? It's 30 yards away from goal. It's level with the left-hand post. If you're the goalkeeper, it's in line with that. Dobson and Davies standing over it. Four-man ball here for Weymouth. Can Slough get a last gasp equaliser? We're into the 48th minute. We've had the 3 minutes of added time. Scott Davies, I think, is just trying to work out 10 yards. It will be Dobson who hits it. Tiago Silva has just gone down on the edge of the box, saying that he's been stamped on. Referee says nothing of it. Get on with it. It's Dobson to take this free kick. Hits it straight at the wall. And that's the final whistle here at the Bob Lucas Stadium. That goal on 45 seconds of the second half is all that separates the two sides. It's Weymouth 1, Slough Town 0. And Slough's run of victories away from home is ended by a very, very, I wouldn't say lapse thing, but they will be disappointed not to have cleared the ball for that goal that came in. But it's finished here 1-0 to Weymouth. The Slough players are just going over to clap the Slough fans who made the long journey up here today. And it's good to see the players go and do that one. The Weymouth manager, Weymouth manager or coach, one of the two, is just having a word with Jack Turner, maybe congratulating on Mavi's a fantastic first half with a couple of really good saves. And it's the Slough players just coming off here now, but it's finished 1-0 to Weymouth. Let's see if we can find you the scores from the other games. Just a reminder, the next game for the Rebels is on Friday, Good Friday. Until we get some information, or mostly until we get there, we're not sure if we'll be going to be able to broadcast just because of the weather, if it's raining or power issues. So please bear that in mind. But the next game for the Rebels, it's 3 o'clock away to Dunstable on Good Friday. Just going to see if I can get you those scores from the other games here in the Southern Premier League. Let's just see if we can find those for you before we pack up. We have got to jump on the coach, so let's see what we can find for you. Nothing coming through at the moment. As the Weymouth players just go over to their fans. Looks like Kings Lynn have got a late goal in their game. Lewis Cook is coming on for England. Apparently his granddad had a bet on him of £500 that he would play for England before he was 26. He's only 23. His granddad now wins £17,000. So congratulations to Lewis Cook's granddad for that. We are going to try and see if we can find you the rest of those scores. They're slow coming through. Royston have gone 3-1 up away to St Ives, which means they narrow the gap on the Rebels. It's 2-2 at Tiverton. But we're going to pack up because we do have a coach to catch. It is a long journey home this evening. If I could figure out where the cursor's gone on the screen. Thank you all for everyone who's listened in this evening. Thank you all for your comments. Thank you again for listening in. Like I say, Slough, we should be broadcasting on Saturday, but we'll let you know more. Friday, sorry. We'll let you know more about that. Until then, enjoy the rest of your week. We'll be back on Good Friday. And don't forget, Slough are at home on Easter Monday. Yes, a home game for the Rebels. So until then, enjoy the rest of your week, and thank you all for listening.